So what, I go with D8?
That's what you want to go with.
I think monks are more supposed to
I mean, it's going to be a monk, but it's still the same.
I know, I'm just saying multi-class as something goes. You could be Drummers going for your fourth one.
Are you actually going for your fourth one? Because I know you have Fighter.
Yeah, throw a Fighter there. It'll be fine.
Fighter, Warlock, and Barbarian.
Stick with 3 for now.
Okay.
He's at 2.
I rolled a 6.
You know,
so.
Take the one level in Rogue. Why not? Give yourself sneak attack while you're at it.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck, you know what? Don't tempt me because fuck, that'd be good.
Drummers doesn't know who he is anymore
He's
because
lost.
of this sword. He would honestly just...
Dwarf of many talents.
Alright, so else I'm rolling a D8.
Yep, roll a d8.
Roll a 1.
Reroll your
Reroll
1.
What?
Reroll a 1.
5.
I rolled a 6, so you can take this 6.
Yeah, I'll take the 6.
Travis, we gotta figure out which one of us are gonna keep a weapon between 2 things. I messaged you about that. I don't remember all of the details about the wood. Whatever. I don't know if we need to do it in character. It seems kind of weird. I mean, because essentially I nailed this, nabbed the staff and then read the rules and was like, oh, paladins can't use it, so. But I don't remember the details of the whip except that it was kind of sentient and it attacks on its own, I think.
Is you throw it and then it can like fly around and attack on itself.
Yeah. Basically, get your
Basically,
summon
spiritual
it with
weapon without
magic.
being a cleric.
Right.
It's like a spiritual weapon, but a physical one.
Okay.
Dice for the day.
It's bad because
These two both rolled high all day, all high for my tests, and
The whip is the feather
each rolled a nat
token
20.
whip, I think it was called.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it was a staff of frost.
Yeah, I know this stuff for us.
There's a bunch of feather tokens, I think, so it's just the whip one.
Yep, it is.
Alex, I didn't roll my health last time, so I was still
Yeah.
picking, but I am gonna do fighter D10.
Yep, gotcha.
Nice.
That is 8.
I got
Pretty good.
Got a 7,
Take it.
so you can take the 8.
Take the 8. Thank you.
I did find a good page for the Staff of Frost, by the way. It is a really badass staff that I still want, but it doesn't say in the rules that a pally can use it. I'll put that in. Yeah, I'll put that in the chat.
I just got a cool staff though that I sold all my stuff for. I want it back if you're getting rid of it.
Well, I was just gonna trade that to Temin for the whip because I can use the whip and he can use the staff as a warlock.
Yeah, but he now has that 4 staff, and he's gonna get a different staff. I want the 4
Yeah, I have that
staff.
four-
I want the 4 staff back. I sold all my shit for that.
this one
I
does.
think Kavara can also use it, but
I would say Kavara could probably use it, yeah.
Kara has her main.
Kvar has the healing rod.
Yeah, she already has a couple things on her.
well,
We'll do it in person. You guys can have that conversation how you want, because
throw it on the table in the war room and kind of sort this shit out.
pretty much. So, we are going to begin, if everybody's good.
Yep.
Alright, we're on session 101 on January 22nd, 2023. Pausing for a second.
You made it to the tutorial.
We made it to the tutorial.
No.
No, Maybe it's a little loud. Okay, last time we met deep in the sewers of Lonvent in the kingdom of Sarja. The Zonklin military had led you all deep within the undergrounds after a standoff in the streets. Investigating what was happening underground led you all to the mithril veins and the children of the serpent, leading you to their mother. Mother turned out to be an avatar of the world serpent Jensara. This metal serpent was easily taken down, but led to an outburst of mithril exploding and closing off the room, pushing everybody into different parts of the sewer. As everyone was looking for each other, it led to different discoveries. First was the Emperor and the log of experiments that these kids had gone through and what had started it all. It also led to him understanding that there are more that escaped the mind controlling of the Zonklin clan, and he is not alone. Avamera, solving the puzzle of the locked vision room, was teleported to the hot desert of the Waste. Traversing through the sands of the rolling hills to the base of a rock structure, she walked upon an altar, but discovered it was unlegible in an unrecognizable language. Looking things over and trying to decode and hoping for a way to get back to Levant and her friends, the runes began to glow after casting magic on them. Hiding in the darkness as to shade herself from the beating sun, a man walks through a teleportation portal ripped through the air. Asking a series of questions about the timeline and what events have taken place to give him a better understanding without giving away and protecting himself. You learn his name is Cadrell Lu. Avamera states who she is, and Cadrell states that this altar is one that he is always supposed to be protecting, and it is to protect the Asher, the people that praise the Titan Fogalin, the protector of the suns, and there are one of many of these altars around Hazilion. After making haste, trying to make haste, basically speeding things up, he asks Avamera and trying to figure out who her friends were and if she was aware of a elf man within her group, and and how his important to the success of Gastren, of saving Gastren, and to be prepared for anything, especially the sacrifices to come. Within the sewers, we keep running. Within the sewers, the others keep running into small children. Very disturbing catchphrases, we will call them. Basically leading you to different parts of the sewer. These children of the serpent, you end up trying to help in whatever way possible, like kidnapping, for a second. Within these sewers, you find out you aren't alone, and 10-Minute Atlas run into a creature ready to attack. Leading this creature to the rest of the group as you guys begin calling out and defending yourself against the serpents. You begin basically battling, attacking, defending yourselves. Just when you thought you were getting somewhere, Drumus gets the true colors of these children as one of them transforms into the creatures that you are fighting right in front of you. An Unanti is what the creatures were that you ended up destroying, that these children weren't 100% children always. Looting the sewers from the chests that you saw throughout, and heading back towards the entrance that you all once came in, because Avamera had landed on the outskirts of the well, and Stativa saw her coming, basically. It was late at night. With the cover of the stars, you all regroup and sneak out of Levant back to your ship, the Zephyr. Taking all that has happened and getting some shut-eye, we start a new day in Gastren in the warmth of your ship. The sun is slowly rising, and the sounds of the swampy marsh begin to come alive as you are all starting your morning routines. The date is, because I know we didn't bring this up last time and give you guys a little understanding, the date is Gilson 23rd of the 3rd Dynasty. Solomon is coming up and is the beginning of the summer. I was like, well, technically the end of Solomon is the beginning of summer, but during Solomon is when the Void of the Veils, the stellar star alignment, takes place. I'll give you a little reminder of the importance of that.
Which is when the world was supposed to end. If we don't stop it.
You guys kind of, yeah. You guys are all within your bunks, your cots, your whatever form of means that makes you comfortable when you sleep. As all of you rise up feeling a little breath of fresh air, not within the sewers anymore, but still within, not maybe the most pleasant. You're in a swamp, so I mean, but you're within the ship, so I mean, you can have your incense and candles burning, but you all wake up to whatever means and necessary things you want to do, so I hand it over to you for what you want to do today.
Well, first, I'm summoning Scion.
You want this baby back, baby back, baby back.
I do. And she's just going to chill in my backpack for now.
Cool.
Big
She
ass.
got less than Scion.
Bigger than everyone else is.
Sticking out like Banjo and Kazooie.
Sorry, it always makes them big when I drop them in. from like the little area.
Yep.
So, Laka, you were mentioning before, at least I believe it was before we started the session, you had a little something in your bag that might be able to assist with with my warlock power missing problem.
I might have something that might be able to help.
Can
But I don't think we
explore
should.
that?
I don't think we should do it on the ship. I don't know if it can damage the Zypher at all,
Fair enough.
so I'd rather we step off the ship to do it.
Are we in a safe area that we can? Or are we like flying right now? We just haven't landed yet.
We're on the ground. You're still like,
Oh.
But I know Kavara actually was speaking to me for a little bit in the mind, having a request about something she was worried about that she found in the dungeon, well, in the secret area. I'm gonna take a look at that bunny she found.
yeah.
And I'm gonna use the gem, the life gem I have, and I'm gonna cast Identify.
Yep, I mean, it is a stuffed magical, I don't even know the school of magic on that thing, but it is a magic stuffed animal that can be programmed with the 6 phrases. It is not pinging up cursed at all. Like I said before, it has to be attuned for it to be vital, but they can be programmed to whatever necessary phrases that you're needing. It only had a couple pre-programmed before. I'm
Horrifying.
I know. I'm trying to remember what Cameron was texting me that he wanted to have it say.
The big thing was that it wasn't cursed. That's what
Gotcha.
Kavara was really worried about.
Yeah. Nope. It is not pinging up under the curse right now. So.
Alright. I'll get that information to Kavara and be like, it's safe to use however you feel with your crazy antics.
Kavara has plans. Kavara has lots of plans.
Alright, Tanner, do you want to see if we can get you some powers back?
Before you guys leave the ship, I think I'll probably walk out with like dressing things all equipped and like about knocking the door almost, but like, hey Blanca, perfect. Can I get the steering wheel back? I think it's about time we put it back on the place it goes.
Yeah, here, I'll pull it out and pass it off to you.
Yeah, just
Let you get the ship ready while I'm trying something with Temin.
Don't
Might
blow-
actually be able to help you too, because you had powers from Genko for a little bit as well.
I don't care. I don't want to be bound to anything more than I already stuck with.
Alright. If it works, we'll see.
That's a no. I'll go test the steering wheel. You guys don't blow anything up.
We're going off the ship, don't worry.
Okay. As you guys head off the side of the ship, climbing down, what is the rest of you guys doing?
Alright, well, if nobody's gonna jump in. The Emperor is gonna start his morning with a warm cup of tea as he moseys on up and down the halls of the ship, trying to get a good memory of where he is and why everything is so familiar and yet so strange at the same time. The thing that he will notice, being an individual that partakes in art, is he will see the character portraits that were done recently of everyone's everyone's appearance on a photograph on their doors,
Saj is right.
because we did put those up.
Yeah.
So most of the individuals will be recognizable, some a little fuzzy, the details kind of go in and out. But it helps in knowing that these people can be trusted. And then after checking out the area there, I'm gonna get my normal attire on and sit down in the war room. which is what I'm calling that room. I don't know if we officially made that.
Sounds good to me.
That's what you guys officially
Okay.
have been calling it. So
War room / dinner table.
yeah.
As you do.
Yes.
Right.
Sometimes we have drinks, sometimes we have maps.
Okay.
That point, you just hear me like clugging this wheel up the staircase. Yeah, walking by.
But don't mind me.
Avamir would be leaving her sleeping quarters to go find Vale to talk to him about Kelril and more about Kelril's message for and help our party.
If you're searching up and down on the ship, it seems like you would find Vale with the Emperor in the war room, probably getting things ready for some conversation. So, are you waiting for everybody else to join, or are you going to start right away?
I'll just address Vale with the Emperor, in the room is probably fine, and say, what I experienced in the desert out there was odd, and I can only imagine how odd it has been to you to join this party and come into all of this information. So I was just as shocked to know that this extraterrestrial traveler mentioned that an elf in this dynasty in the party I'm traveling with might also have some destiny the same as I, related to the end of the season of Solomon. Now, do you know anything about what this Kelril is mentioning, or might you have the wrong person?
What up? You know anything?
You can roll me a D100.
Roll you a what?
A D100.
Ooh.
Those are always hard rolls.
Let's see. That's a 45.
25. I don't know if you would know anything she's particularly talking about, but you are very self-aware that the body you are currently in of this astral elf is not your first rodeo, let's say.
Not my first rodeo.
Yeah. You have traversed through the actual seas before and basically have had other forms. You're not aware of how many times you've done it, but you know you've done it multiple times.
Fair enough. Well, I'm just gonna reach back and pat Cyan on her head. And I know this body is new to me. I can't say if my last one was my only, but I don't know, this isn't my first, but I don't know how many it is. I'm definitely out of place here, and it definitely has been a lot to take in, but I can't say that I know of whom you speak.
You have moments of memories that are not your own.
I have what now?
You have moments of memories that are not your own.
Tilt my head. And Cyan tilts her head the other way. How do you mean?
You have had moments where you've called me friend, in a tone different than your normal.
But you are my friend. I thought we were friends. Are we friends?
Your eyes change color when it happens. I don't think you're doing it voluntarily.
As I have seen with the Emperor, when he wasn't my friend for a time. We're over that now, of course.
Well, apparently I'm a friend in both cases. You're not always a friend, so victory for me.
I don't know whether I'm relieved or more concerned based on your inability to recall. But whether he was who he said he was or not, I don't think it's good to offend you to him.
The Emperor points directly at Vale and just simply says, "They did something to you." And then just begins unloading a few things while everybody else is carrying on, and just starts putting the recent inventory on the table in an orderly fashion.
As you guys are unloading on the table, Drumus, was there anything important that you were doing?
I think Drumus was up early, tidied up his bed, and then he's gonna do one of his normal morning routines. He has not done this in a while, but his hand axe target practice. So he'll use the wall in his room, and it's just throwing a hand axe, sticking it in. He's got like charcoal like target marks, so he's just warming up for the day.
Lucky I'm 2 floors away from you right now.
I know.
Yeah. Yep.
Blocka leaving out of his room already at this point in time would not hear the constant like thudding of the wall, like chipping away. Can you roll me? Let's do an attack on the wall. Just see. I know you're throwing it. Like, if you were consistently like accurate right now, it's going to slowly start chipping away at this wall. You might have to reinforce it later on.
Yeah, nice
just
things.
like attack roll.
Yeah. Roll an attack roll with your hand axe.
Yeah, that is a 28 to hit.
Okay. Roll me some damage on this wall.
I'm sure he's gonna crit on the wall.
That's what I was afraid of, honestly.
9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I think Drummers does have the finesse though, like to where he can just kind of get it lodged in. He's not throwing it with all his strength.
Yes.
Because yeah.
Yep. It's still throwing over in time and the chipping of the wall. I was like 9 points. This is going to be just enough that there's a tiny sliver now, like a little poke hole that you can now see into. What way were you throwing against, according to the ship? Towards the locker room or the other room? We'll say.
The other room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put like a little X. So for whatever reason, you can now see into that room if that's important.
Comes relevant.
Yeah. Exactly.
Drumus just kind of looks at it and nods approvingly. He's like, "Aye, that'll do. I feel warmed up. I'm ready for whatever the fuck's gonna happen today." And I'll just go to the war room.
Okay. That's supposed to be red. I don't think it's red.
Never leave a dwarf alone in a room, apparently.
Good morning, Drumrus.
Hey, good morning. How you doing? Sleep well?
I feel amazing. My memories aren't fully informed, but I read your name on the door, so I recognize it.
Hey,
But I'm getting there.
Good. I'll say this though, I don't easily forget someone like old Drumless, so just don't let it happen again, eh?
I'm working on rebuilding my brain, but some things have happened during my rest that are going to take me some time to process as well. I heard from the Hordell himself in my sleep, and I believe that he has granted me an immortality of sorts. I don't feel that I will ever age again.
Hey, yeah. I had a cousin like that once, but, he'd had some bad ale, and oh boy, I bet he thought he wished he, never, could age another day in his life either. I don't know. You look great, if that's any consolation.
Speaking of strong ale, I hold up one of the small green vials that I found in the Azonclin room and say, "This will erase your memory for 2 whole days. More than any dwarven ale you've probably ever seen. Don't drink it, it's not actually alcohol. But could be potentially a clue as to some of the things they're doing to people's minds." And then I point to the one that looks like a potion of healing and say, "I haven't inspected that one to be sure that it'll be healing, but I wouldn't just drink anything from there." And then I just continue unloading things onto the table.
Okay. Continuing, just dropping, like literally, it's just like pulling out of the bag and Yeah, things are just plopping around. Like, it's dropping from your inventory, like in any video.
Oh, yeah, it's got to
I
redrop
put it up in the
stuff.
Roll20 chat so you guys can actually see it in a second.
Outside, we have Blanca and Temin. Standing on the marshy lands, looking over
I figure we're probably about 200 feet away from the ship, so we have a good distance, but we're still within eyesight of it.
Yeah. Surrounded by the trees and the squawking of animals, the marshy lands, you're on a stable little grass pad, and far enough away where you can see the ship, but you have some good distance.
I don't want to grab it because I don't know what will happen exactly, but it's in this bag of holding, Kevin. It's a white figurine. I'm going to describe what it looks like, and I'm going to hold the bag of holding out for you. You need to be the one to pull it out, because I don't know what will happen when it's pulled out. I don't know how stable it is. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't trust it, but it might help.
Okay. That's okay. Do I need to do any kind of roll for grabbing into the bag, Al?
I mean, there's a lot of shit in this bag.
Hmm?
I said there's a lot of shit in Blanca's bag, so...
Right.
Well, the thing how bag of holdings work is
I
when
know.
you think of the item, it
That's-
comes to you.
I know, that's why I'm saying, like, he hasn't... I don't know if he's seen it before,
But that's why I described it.
so...
If you want, I can roll a performance check to see how well I described it for him.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Don't worry, this is a +0. That is a 4.
Nice. It's a weird, white, egg-shaped thing. This was an egg.
Yeah.
They all do this egg in this trying time.
Make us... We'll do a... I'll say sleight of hand check there, Temin.
Okay. That's an 11.
Fiddling around, trying to find this. I was like, I'm gonna have him pull something out that's not the correct item to begin with. Joel, what is all within Blanca's bag there?
So, I mean, you've got rope, you've got rations, you've got my broken chest set,
Mm-hmm.
you have my mess kit, so like all the different pots and pans from that. There's a couple of... There's a random book that I don't even remember what's in it.
For the gag of this, I was like, it is just a consistent pulling out of different pots for a second there, Temin, and you're literally like throwing them in the dirt behind you before you finally get to the broken chest set and like look at it over for a second. It possibly could be it, but it's not, and you just see the disappointment like in Block's face for a second before you finally come up to this white figurine. It is of marble make. It is a simple silhouette of a female figure. But yeah, it is just an ornate small figurine.
Right, is this it, Blanca?
That's it. I only saw it for a sec when the guy was slipping into the pot, so...
So
that
wait,
looks-
hold the fucking phone. You mean to tell me that you have something you think might help, but you've only seen it for a hot second?
So, the only reason I think it might help is because when you guys were telling me about when you were in the catacombs before I met you all, there was mention of a black figurine that summoned a demi-titan that bound one of you all. I'm thinking this might be linked to that somehow.
Okay. I guess, how do we get it to react?
I'm gonna
I
activate
feel like we might
my
need to
magic
ask
sight.
Alamera and get her insight on this.
I'm gonna activate my magic sight and see if there's actually a magical aura on this, because I have not looked at it at all.
Okay, fair enough. We can do that.
magic sight.
Yep, I detect magic.
Yeah. You're detecting a. I would mean it would be a what? An enchantment magic on this thing? Yeah, we'll go enchantment. Huh?
Is it? I was like, that's when he teleports only into like the 10 aberration. But I don't know what this one does, but it does something weird. But they're right.
So there's definitely some form of enchantment on it. I don't know exactly what the enchantment could be. If it's like an enchantment holding something in, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we need to bring Avamira into the fold and ask her for wisdom or guidance in this regard.
Yeah. I really want to climb all the way back there. I'm just gonna use sending. I'm gonna cast sending. Avamira.
Can't bother walking to the ship.
200 feet is too far away.
We've officially gotten so
Telepathic.
fucking pampered that we're using magic to text other people on the fucking boat.
Yep.
That's
Texting while in the same room.
Just
the
yell
facial
really loud.
reaction you get from Avamira getting the photos. Okay, Blanca.
Yeah, could you come help? We're trying to figure something out with this figurine, but we're a little lost.
Uh-oh. Avamira sits upright, like scurries up to their quarters, walks the door and says, "Oh, are you messing with that life gem? Like the one that demi-goddess evil lady was trapped in? Temin?"
Maybe a little. I'm
Why?
trying to regain my lost powers. I feel helpless to you all.
So you remember that relationship that Aura had with the woman in her arms, don't you?
Sure.
You don't remember my Nira?
That was so long ago.
It also disintegrated Silence's arm casually, but it's fine.
Yeah, just casually.
Okay, so Temin, there was this evil goddess, this demi-goddess lady. She was tiny, but she was in that life gem that was in Aura's arm at one time. And she was like against Conquest War. Avamira's like laying out this whole
Yeah.
situation, trying to.
Yep. She was supposed to be. She has a
Yeah,
grudge
like-
against Karl Mark Moore because she wanted to be the Death Titan. Yeah.
I remember.
Like, Temin, I know you want your powers back, so caution that you never know what the demigod you're gonna get.
But even beyond the caution, like, how do you activate that is the first part. Like, because it's my decision to throw caution to the wind or not on this, but we have to know how it even reacts, you know? Is there like a special thing that needs to be said? I can't recall.
Where's this conversation taking place? You're not in the war room, are you? Or did you
No,
come
Out in the
out?
swamp.
They're using
Out in the
Okay.
swamp.
Good deal, because I would absolutely not want to be a part of you guys just, let's just summon a fucking demigod to
It
give you
worked
new evil
fine
powers.
last time. She
What
helped us
could
kill
go
the
wrong?
Manticore.
Hello.
She helped us kill the skeletal Manticore. It was fine.
Yep, so I'm just sipping tea at the moment.
And Avamira rolled a history check to remember how Ara activated the life gem.
Yeah, go for it.
If the
It
deity
also-
ain't got all, you gotta rub it the right
Like,
way.
I got Sal
Well,
Story's
don't
neck
you
cut
remember
out.
that-
Now it's just over her head the whole time.
I know. Yeah, Salix never had it. Doesn't have it. Nope, not at all.
Not relevant anymore, I guess.
Nope.
It was definitely Salix that awakened it. Blanca don't know that, but
Yeah, no, I remember it was like we were walking to like the room, and then the trap activated and summoned
5
her.
on the history check.
You what? A 5?
Oh well. I can't tell you this. They can't tell you how it works then.
Yeah.
Just as much as I remember really, but how she activated it. I felt like it ripped part of our soul or something, but I can't remember.
Just bleed on it. This always works.
I have one idea that might work, but I don't know if it will just break it instead. Because I could dispel the enchantment. It might release it.
If you do that, should I be holding it when you do that in case if then it reacts to who's ever holding it?
I think that would be the best idea, if we want to do it that way.
You have checked if it's cursed?
I mean, it's just enchanted. I didn't check to see if it was cursed or not. I know it's enchanted, though.
That might be a good thing to check before we do.
You want to
If
check
it's not cursed, I'm fine. I'm fine. I feel like the odds are at least somewhat favorable.
Yeah.
Not, but if it's cursed, then we might just let it lie.
You want to check that out on there?
I sure will. I'll detect magic first.
But we already know.
Well,
We know
can
it's
I
enchanted.
help it?
Yeah, like
For detect
identify.
magic? No, you just know the school. You just know the school.
Oh.
Use detect magic.
Okay.
That's how I know
Then
it's enchanted.
I would just, I do help those who are bleeding for this.
Or you just identify. Identify will tell you if it's cursed, and that's only first level. I just don't want to use all the life gem slots because it's only got 3 for identify.
Yeah, I don't have identified.
Correct.
I do,
I.
but y'all don't know that until you ask.
Here.
Fuck it. I'll use the gem for a second identify. All right, Al. What we got?
You want to know how cursed it is? This
Give
thing.
it to me.
This thing.
Yeah, look, Kurt, that's.
It's cursed. Yeah, it's cursed. I was like, is there really a grading system of how cursed an item can be?
Yeah, no, so this cursed. You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, there's gonna be like cursed, there's gonna be like super cursed, there's gonna be like ultra cursed.
Then you're just gonna
there's
drop
like,
dead
how
cursed.
You like deck, it's like cursed.
I-
Super Saiyan curse.
I immediately cursed.
I will say, after the second identification on this item, there will be an arcane pulse from this thing because you are basically tampering with its material state. And Stemmen, you're still holding this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. This thing will just amplify and pulse out a magical aura, and you will hear just a very muddled. Like it just like it's very muted, but like something is like pulsating out from this thing.
I mean, based off of the fact you're covering your mouth, it was muted already.
Oh, okay. Well, it's you heard it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is to a degree cursed. I can't tell how badly.
Shall I remove the curse?
Yeah,
We can
let's
try.
do that. If we can remove curses, then
Mara will cast remove curse. You
What-
have to touch her, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that that'll touch you.
Last time I tried removing curse, I got fucking stabbed by Dreamers, so.
Good times.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have.
Remove curse acts the same way as counterspell or dispel magic.
Don't
Correct.
roll for it. It's too
Yeah,
high.
you're gonna have to roll for it.
That's right, it's not
Yep.
protecting me as I touch it, but
Yeah, so if you want to roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier, proficiency intelligence modifier, yeah.
Freeze out because Freeze is at 6 right now.
Alright, who's rolling that? Is that Aldemer?
Aldemer's
Yeah.
removing the curse on it.
Okay.
just looking.
What was that?
Oh, actually, I have proficiency and intelligence.
Yeah, so it's intelligence and proficiency.
Yep.
But it's a D12 roll, right?
D20.
D20.
Oh,
He rolled a D12.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, or D20. Plus, I'm probably at 10 for you. Because 6 proficiency, I don't think you have 5 intelligence yet.
Okay, yeah, it's a 22.
22. This curse, as you hear this muddling sound of like as you like whatever form you, how do you, I guess, remove this curse? It is getting removed, so tell me what your magic looks like as you're holding this object with Temen.
I imagine where like electricity sparks out of my hand, like trying to spark it away since I've been using the staff of thunder.
Okay. As electricity starts sparking around this thing, and an energy burst basically from that sound, that muddling sound begins just nullified it. It gets quiet. The figurine itself begins to crack within your hands. As it begins to crack out, the side of the silhouette of this female figurine starts to bleed. Dark red and black blood is literally pouring out of this thing. And as it starts dripping onto your hands, Avamera and Temen, as you're both holding this figurine, the blood itself begins to start warming up as it touches your guys' skin. You hear a sigh of relief as that muttering deep voice goes from very dark and just unpleasant to very female. It was like it goes from that muttered demon sound to a very human flesh again. I'm glad I get to continue my journey, as that dwarf was not giving me everything I wanted.
Great.
Does this voice sound
Release
familiar
the
to
demon
us?
from the sword, why don't you?
Does this
Does
voice
that voice sound familiar to us?
not to
Like
you?
from like the sword that Drumus had.
You ever heard the sword?
You never heard the sword. The sword only talks to Drumus, so this is a
Oh, okay, fair
It was
enough.
a hammer that talked to everybody.
Where's the voice coming from?
from the figurine itself, as the blood is spilling out onto your hands and it's just dripping onto the ground in front of you and starts pooling out. And that, literally, it's like the blood is talking to you right now.
Altamira will back away.
I think it's...
I'll continue to hold it because I have determination right now to like see this through now that we've started because I'm trying to regain my lost spirit powers.
As this
Basically.
blood starts pouring out, I will have to say, Drumus, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from you.
5.
Cool. Cool.
No.
Is it?
He's fine. He's in the war room with the other 2 people. We'll be fine.
Okay. Drumus, you're under the charm effect of your sword at this point in time. Even though you're immune to charm, aren't you, though, right? Or am I wrong? What do you have?
Definitely not immune.
I think when he's raging, he had a charm. I think
That's what it is. It's I was like,
Yeah.
what is it? It's rage is when you're okay. You're under the charm effect of your sword, Vertigo, the deity that has been living in your sword for a moment, and
Cut my bow in half with your gravity powers.
you are within the war room, and you just get up and start walking out of the ship towards basically where this figurine is.
Well, it was nice talking with you.
Like, just straight up, Drumus doesn't make any sound or anything like that. It literally just very robotic, like, gets up, and your sword is basically commanding you to, like, go towards this vestige, this figurine. Your sword is your sword is clutched in your hands as you are slowly approaching Blanca, Avamera, and Temen holding this figurine. It'll take a minute before you get there, but
Can we spend a nice morning on the boat? Can we,
you
guys?
guys like fucking around with practical shit, so I can't.
Could have gone fishing.
Could have gone
You
fishing.
guys chose to immediately choose chaos.
This
and
could have been a
curses.
perfect beach day episode. You guys chose that.
Ruined it.
I blame all of you. The blood is pouring out, and it kind of starts bubbling a little bit. It is waxing over the top of your hands, as you're still holding the figurine. And the figurine is no longer white. It is just pure blood at this point in time. It is still structurally there, but it is just covered at this point. And she will just begin to continue. I feel like this is too relaxing music for us right now.
It is way too relaxing.
Let me go to my-
This whole like holiday soundtrack. It's all really spooky songs.
I got a song. Just gotta find it.
Oh, Melissa.
That's funny.
I'm so proud.
It's not the right one I wanted, but we'll take. Wait 1 minute. Let me find it. Yeah, this is better. As the blood starts boiling out and she's talking to you, Drumus is basically beelining towards you under the command of this charm of saying, and basically, like it's like a warning, is like the signal is what's coming from your sword, Drumus. She's basically saying, protect me. As the blood starts pouring out and you guys are holding this figurine, a hand forms in just blood in the ground and kind of folds back in. It's not completely appearing as it's like structurally trying to build itself up, but the blood is literally like trying to like come up from the ground, but it keeps just coming back down. It seems that something isn't fully taking place yet for this to be finalized, we'll say. I need more.
What?
You've awakened me. Give me what I want.
And that is?
Power.
Well, that makes 2 of us. It sounds that we could help each other.
It seems that I keep getting my hands messed around with these mortal beings. You will help me. That is a fact. Because if you don't, I will take your life.
That's already happened before, so that's not overly scary to me. trying to play it up that like the idle of death isn't something that scares me because I've already, died once before.
You're not trying to play it off, you are playing it off. This demon don't believe shit.
So like he's doubting himself. He has to convince other people he's playing it off.
Has an existential crisis right in the middle of the conversation.
It's like, wait, whoa. Am I scared? Am I not scared?
Good.
I once had a Titan that gave me powers after resurrecting me, and the Titan is no more. And my powers have also faded. If you want power, you need a vessel, do you not?
I do. Indeed.
I know my powers... I know they're not gone. I feel they're dormant. You can help awaken them. You have a vessel that you can use that power for. But my one requirement is that you don't interfere in my matters. And then you have a matter that you need attended to. As long as it doesn't interfere with mine, and we can worry about yours after.
What is your offering besides your vessel?
I mean, you're just a pile of blood right now. I feel like you don't have much of a position to be asking for more than a vessel at this point.
I am much more than you think I am. You have freed me enough to make my way to whatever town I need. Find any open vessel that is willing or not willing. It's not a choice upon those, but I need an offering. An offering that will suit my needs of blood and arcane.
What kind of offering are we in here that you require?
You know what I want. Give me arcanic power. If you don't, I will choose myself. As the blood starts moving up the sides of your arms and starts crawling very like venom like around your top of your
Right, I feel like we've got a very symbiote type thing going on right now.
Correct. Drummers, at this point in time, you are now within, I'll say 50, 40 feet. Still walking with your sword completely out in front of you. You hear the constant, do it. Stab him. Stab him now. Take his life.
Do I know whom the sword speaks of?
It is pinging at 10.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming I have no choice in this, so.
Drummers is walking, sword completely out, just determined kind of thing.
I'm figuring I would have spotted Drummers at this point, correct?
Yes, you and Avamir both see Drummers walking with a sword towards you right now.
He has his sword out. Something's wrong. I'm going to... You can't interfere right now. I'm going to cast Banish on Drummers. Can't do anything if he's not here for a minute.
Where is the bench to?
Since he's from this plane, it's a pocket dimension for a minute. He'll be back.
It's a saving throw after.
Yeah, it's a saving throw.
You gotta convince the plane you want to be here.
Natural 1.
Oh,
God.
Oh.
It's a
God.
charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma. Okay, well, hold
Yeah.
up. I mean,
Yeah, what if I get a proficiency on that?
okay, I mean, 6. That's still a failure.
You need to.
Rumors has like a plus 20 charisma, as we're aware.
You are proficient. You technically have advantage on the save.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, I like that. Okay, that's much better. 19?
That is the DC.
Oh no.
Fuck. Wait, no, what am I saying? Yes!
Yes!
Charisma. Whee!
Temin, do you make an offering as this thing is climbing up your arms? Or are you just standing there?
I mean, I think the offering would be. See, I don't know what the offering is that she's. I don't understand the offering that she's asking for. Like, she's not being specific enough to me.
You want me
Arcanic,
to break it down?
arcanic power. Yeah, break it down, Blanca. You're standing right next to him.
Arcane power, things of arcane basis, magic items, magic wizards, people who have connection to the weave.
Okay.
Things and people with connection to the weave.
Okay. That makes more sense then. I have this book of shadows, and I know I have a couple of gems as well. Here's my offering, demon. Items of mine. My staff, my magical staff. Striking. I won't need that if you grant me what I'm asking. My book of shadows. And my 2 life gems, force gem and water gem, are all yours.
Perfect. Do it. Dreamers, I need you to roll an attack roll on time.
And here comes the blood part.
Alright. 22 to hit.
It's gonna hit. Yeah.
Minimum damage. 6 points slashing damage.
6 points of what?
Slashing damage.
Got it.
Dreamers.
Also, I assume we long rested?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then I should heal myself all the way back up then.
Dreamers. As you slash the back of Temin with a sword, and this blood that has been climbing up the side of your arms there, Temin, gets hit. Like, you get hit in the back from Drumus. And Avamera and Blogger, you both witness Drumus literally just take a gouging shot at Temin. This blood starts just pouring into the open wound of Temin. Temin, the magical sacrifices you have chosen, the staff, your book, and the 2 life gems that you're holding out, both begin to crack and just disintegrate as the magic ore from them is sucked dry from them.
I will remove those items from my inventory.
And as they drop to the ground, Drumrus, your sword, as it connects to Temin, begins to leave your hands as well. It begins to disintegrate directly in front of you. And as it does so, your sacrifice of your maul begins to reform back in your hand, as you have broken the curse of this weapon.
Oh. I can change out your artwork for the happy drum whistle.
Oh, yes.
As you,
I'm like crying now.
as you have broken the curse and basically passed it on to the next person, Temin, your sacrifice of your magical striking staff, as it disintegrates, you appear to be holding the sword that Drummers had just cut you with.
giving Temin anything ever again.
So I'm gonna remove the items that I sacrificed, though, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Those are like gone.
Those are gone.
Got it.
Well, but Drumus, you know your hammer's pissed at you.
We'll have time to make up.
And Travis, you get a new fancy weapon, my friend.
That's fun. What is it, like an item that I can just grab out of the inventory list, or
Nope.
is it?
I'm going to have to send it over to you like I did Mike.
Okay.
It is called the Blade of Vertigo.
I feel like I just homebrewed it so they could have gave the stats.
Yeah.
I could make it in the system.
I can make it in the system. Mike just normally doesn't use D&D Beyond. He just does his physical sheet, so I sent him a text on it. But basically, this is a +3 blade, and it has a couple different things besides the curse on it, so I will literally say any part of it.
So you destroyed the staff that you recently had, so you might be in the market for a new staff.
But he has a sword. He
I mean,
can't put down
yeah,
anymore.
find out if
What the fuck?
I have to find out if I have my abilities back. That's something to be tested.
Never giving Temin anything ever again.
I pay for that staff, so it's not like you.
I gave so many magic items to get that staff price down. What are you talking about? I got that one free and we paid for Alphameras.
Yeah, Blanca and Avamir totally just see these magical items like disintegrate in Temin's hand as the sword appears in his hand, and you see Drumus drop to his knees holding his weapon again, just like in awe, like.
It's the thrower, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like weeping. Drew's like, oh, I never thought I'd ever see you again. Oh.
The Emperor's drinking.
Yeah, you're just drinking tea up in there right now. You don't know what the
How's
fuck's
the
going on.
steering wheel going?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that I'm just like having tea thinking everybody's still sleeping, like absolutely nothing's going on.
Now, if this goes the way that I think it is, I feel like I'm in my Yusuke and Demon World area right now, where he's like mixing his demon and spirit energies together. I feel like we're treading in that direction.
What is this, Dante from the bad DMC?
Yeah, from the back DMC. That's funny. Kind of, I mean, yeah. So, you now have the Blade of Vertigo. I'm with you. Like I said, I'll give you the characteristics when I'll send those over in a minute. But basically, this blade +3 attack and damage rolls with this magic weapon. It is super fucking cursed. It has a charge that you basically can do a gravity fissure or a psychic crush once per day, which expands out and has a couple different magical properties. But she is known as the Demi-Titan of Blood and Arcana. And she has a blood-seeking urge to destroy those who have done her wrong. And also, she really has a big thing for blood. She's kind of like just a blood monster. So.
Really sounds like Ryzen. It really, really does.
So, but yep, she is the Demi-Titan of Blood and Arcana.
Alright.
Yay.
Yeah, now you have
The
that.
Imperial is 100% original and unlike anything I've ever heard of ever.
God, you know this either good or bad about references. They're all, it's okay.
Yeah.
It does not need to be good or bad.
I don't ever use anything outside of D&D, let's be honest. Nothing is inspirational on my part. But yeah, this blood literally is like as it was pooling out from the figurine, you're still holding it, Temin, with the sword in your other hand, and blood that was pouring out of this thing just all went inside you basically, and no drop of blood is left on the ground. Now the mirror, as you have pulled your hands back and you see the figurine and Temin now holding the sword next to Drumus on the ground with his throwing hammer. He looks super happy. Blanca, you have witnessed this all as well, as you're all kind of standing out in the swampy lands. the Emperor Vale and Kavara are all within the war room. Kavara is like slamming cards down, trying to figure out what card game you guys are playing, but it's not really.
I
Like,
definitely taught Kamara some tricks to cheat at card games. Like, there's no way I did it.
yeah. Atlas had just probably finished reinstalling the wheel, come down to the war room at this point. When the four of you guys are together, and the other four outside, you're just kind of like, where the fuck is everybody? Yeah. So.
Would I feel that I'd have my like arcane like warlock abilities like I said that I felt like they're just dormant. Would it feel that now they'd be more awakened in me, or should I do like an arcana roll for that?
I mean, not really, because it is within you. I will say you feel a magic surge going through your blood and veins, but it definitely feels different than what was a Rengoku.
I sure hope so.
So,
And Avamir would ask Tillman how he's feeling, if he feels any different. And we're kind of look in his eyes, see if his eyes have changed colors.
I mean, other than I have this sword now, I feel fine. I feel like there's an aura about me. It's different than when Rubenko was still around, but it feels similar but different, if that makes any sense.
I'm glad to hear that you're feeling slightly back to yourself.
There's only one way to find out. Can I, like, just point to the sky and, like, try to take a shot? Or, like, try to power up a little thing on my end of my finger and take it blast?
yeah. And you, doing so, can you also do me a charisma saving throw?
What?
Yeah, take your shot and do me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Look
Yeah,
at the
we're
loyalty
gonna
problem
let
of this
me
party.
get a charisma saving throw, which I am proficient. I am super fucking proficient in, so...
Yeah.
You're a warlock.
Uh, 23.
23 is a save. I also do have to ask, I don't even know if I asked Rumors this when he first got it. What is your alignment?
Let me find that. Lawful neutral.
Okay. You, yeah, you're going pure neutral at this point in time.
So I should change that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the weapon would change you to neutral. You do save the charisma, so the curse effect does not take any further effect at this point. And your finger starts to shine like once before, and as it does, your finger starts to bleed over. You take 1 point of damage as your finger begins to peel back as this is getting shot out. Every time you use your spirit gun, it is going to be 1 point of damage to you, as it is causing blood from the tip of your finger to ignite, basically.
Okay. Because this has got like demon energy mixed in with it now, would it be more potent? Like, because at first it was just spirit energy,
Correct.
and now it's a bit of both.
I mean, it's still going to be the force damage, if that's what you're asking. Like, it's not going to be anything.
No, I meant like,
You mean-
I get that there's the force damage. What I'm saying is that like, because it's like spirit and demonish energy mixed together, would it be more potent? Not necessarily like in combat, like the damage rolls, the dice can stay the same, that's not what I'm saying, but like for this first time, like visually it's just like a much bigger blast. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're just got all this blood absorbed into you. Yeah, we can say the first one is just destructive as hell if you want, and then visually
Yeah,
wise,
well,
it
because
goes.
I'm in my mind, I'm thinking that this first one, because it's been so fucking long since I've shot it off, it's gonna, everyone on the ship is gonna hear/see it.
He's a little pent up.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to make that joke.
I
but I was
know,
like, I'm not gonna do
we
it.
all were
I'm not
about
gonna do
that
it.
joke.
It
I don't
happens
think
when
you
you
take this gun and point it at you.
I can't do that.
Anyways, back on course. So
He felt so small and insignificant before. It was like the powers within him were shriveled up, unable to produce that
I
same
will.
Let's go ahead.
one.
Go far.
I will be up to Fremont before this session ends.
We can throw hands, it'll be alright.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You'll probably throw a lot more.
Alright, anyways, I shoot the motherfucker in the sky.
Yes. Yes, you shoot the motherfucker in the sky. It is muy caliente. Just, you know. It's back, baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So, it is not, I was like, it is not that pure white that used to be. It is the white with like a black like beam, basically. Like it's the mixing of that the dark and the white like together for you. So
Mhm.
yeah, you're emo Spider-Man right now.
Sweet.
He's gonna put some dirt in your eye.
So
That is Bully Maguire.
perfect. Okay.
Alright, I am editing my alignments. Gotta just find it.
I don't know why I want to be healed by 10 powers anymore. Just like throw blood at you, like here,
Yeah.
you healed.
Blood. Creepy music. Kind of goes
I'm
away.
gonna look at Avamera and I'm gonna say, two birds with one stone. Unexpected, but a pleasant surprise to say the
I
least.
can't believe you think that was a good result.
Not what I thought was happening there for a second, but okay, both people are happy. Good work, Blacker.
Can I-
Hey, Al, what's the name of the... Just so, because I've got it's open, what's the name of that fucking demon thing that's in me now?
Vertigo.
Vertigo?
Demi-Titan of Blood and Arcane.
Blood and arcane, death and disease. What's wrong with
Got it.
the Demi Titans?
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry, with decay. Bangula was the Titan of decay.
Alignment change. Temin has become indifferent.
He was already pretty
Everything
indifferent.
is just kinda...
He doesn't care about laws anymore now.
Pretty much.
Save the world, fuck the world, I don't care, I got my powers back.
Pretty much. You're gonna have a
Alright.
Everyone
hard
is
time.
right to stack all their Titans in the back, like immediately.
Have a hard time explaining this to guy you're in Genko when he comes back.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, yeah, well, you weren't around, so I just went somewhere else.
Okay. In the ship.
We're in the ship.
Yes.
Back to the ship.
Back to the ship.
Back to the ship. I gotta go grab some food with that. Have somebody else that hasn't done anything do stuff while I'm grabbing food with it.
That's what he's trying to do.
Glad
That's
we
what
have
he's
this
doing.
mission to play.
I feel like I've dominated this first hour and a half of this section, so...
Back.
Trying to slip my way out.
Back to the ship.
Back to the ship.
Did me and Atlas hear the Temin's whatever you want to call that,
The beam. We just call it the beam, and we'll move on.
his expulsion of powers?
What's your guys' passive perception?
I don't know, 20 something.
Ooh, passive.
24.
No, 19.
19.
On the wrong page because I had to update my spells so that I'm effective if there's combat again. And D&D Beyond isn't loading. I'm sure it's not their fault. Hold on.
Very good.
For fuck's sake.
Definitely not all the people unsubscribing.
Hey, no.
You promised out of this.
We're not going there. Fuck. No, but seriously, it just...
You remember your wisdom score, because that's what it's based on.
Oh no. Come on.
I'm gonna go with them now. It is hot.
Let me... If somebody can read my sheet, because I can't suddenly get it to open.
It definitely is crashing because I'm trying to reload right now and it's not working for me now either.
I'm definitely not going to try to reload my screen.
Yeah, it's down right now.
Yeah.
Don't.
I don't think Deborah's perception was that good.
Well-
Wisdom's not that high, I don't think.
Roll me a
Yeah,
d20. Just roll me a
for it.
d20.
I
Roll me
don't
a
even know my
d20.
stats. This sucks.
Roll me a d20. We'll go from there.
Alright, fair enough. Oh, I got a dice roll. That's a 13.
That sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Everybody within the ship would be able to hear this blast. I mean, it takes a second because they're 200 feet away.
Right.
Temin, you probably clipped the top of a tree too, just enough because it was a lot bigger than expected, that it expands out and it just as it echoes through the air and vanishes from the sight. You guys are within the war room. I mean, it probably catches your guys' attention enough where you would turn and look, and through the windows wrapping around, you would see the edge of it like vaporizing over the top of the.
I actually don't think I would turn and look. If Black told me they were going out to do magic nonsense, I think Al's just leaning back, cleaning his gun, and then hears it. It's like, ah, yes,
Yep.
there it is.
I lean over and point at Atlas and say, Don't let his guns make yours feel insignificant.
You don't even know what's happening. I'm the person that does.
No, I didn't know if I caught it or not. Alright.
I mean, you
I'm-
caught the laser
yeah,
beam, but I'm the one that knows why the laser beam's happening.
Oh. Well, I'm glad whatever the hell is going on out there, because I don't think I could handle any more dark magic nonsense today.
Okay, 10 minute block we're messing with stuff and to get his powers back. I'm sure it's fine. They're not screaming.
We haven't
It's
even had
fine.
breakfast yet. They just got out of bed and was like, let's summon demons. Like,
Kavara can summon stuff.
Like, I have the chest covers. Oh, right, I forgot the damn cat stole my coffee.
Do we want pixies? Are we feeling very pixie today?
Can you summon a pixie that can make me coffee?
Kavara could do
hold
that.
on. So, Cameron has told me something that Kavara's been waiting to do, so I'm going to go ahead and take the liberty of introducing this thing.
Yeah, go for it.
So Kavara goes, hold on, I got just the thing. And kind of looks over her shoulder, she looks back and forth, and she begins summoning some things. As she's all done, she kind of takes a step back, and you guys all witness, there's a small box, and inside the box there are magic frogs that are like beating the hell out of each other inside the box. And Kavara just kind of looks over her shoulder at me and Atlas and just goes, battle toads.
I got 5 gold on the orange one.
Oh my goodness.
If you guys are
Cameron told me that, and a chat once told me to use it sometime.
That's
Thank you,
amazing.
Cameron.
It's amazing. You're betting 5 gold.
I got 5 gold on the orange one.
Okay. We got 5 on the orange. Who's going
5 on red.
I'm voting for, so we got Rash, Pimple, and Zitz, right? Let's see.
I actually know if there's an orange one. I just said orange.
I don't. They can be red and orange.
I'm just gonna spectate on this one.
We're gonna just have rollies between the two people that betted on the toads. So 5 gold in the pot. You each roll a d20. The higher of them is gonna be the winning toad.
Come on, orange boy. That's 6.
That's a 7.
That is hilarious.
It's a close game, at least.
Yeah, as the
Right.
as the toads stomp it out. Val, tell me what your toad does to win this battle toad fight.
Punches out of the
Yeah, I don't know. What do toads do, man? I don't know. Just jumps up and drop kicks the other one.
It's like a slow.
Frog,
It's like a slow
frog hops and drop kicks.
Say fly.
It's a slow motion like ending of a like Super Smash fight where somebody's aerial jump and then the toad high kicks down and just like power slams the toad down to the ground.
Yeah.
Boom! The toad's face ricochets off the bottom of the chest and then slow motion, little bit of spin as it flies falls over.
As this is
Falls on
going
his back
on,
and he can't get up.
Like, ah, damn. Good game.
I'll cover myself and Kavara in this moment and just, as the Emperor, say, I'm not entirely sure that this is ethical. And Kavara will respond, it's magical, not ethical.
That sounds right. There's beer frogs. It's fine.
Yeah. As Battletoads are going on, the four of you guys are heading back to the ship, is that correct? I kind of was figuring you guys would slowly walk in at the end of this Battletoad event. So everybody's within the war room now.
Real quick, Trev, don't refresh your D&D Beyond. The server is down right now, so don't refresh.
Just for reference, I have Sativa up in the crow's nest, proverbially, just kind of posted up on top, all menacingly, almost like a gargoyle with the wings wrapped around its body and everything.
How big is this nest?
Yeah.
Big enough to have Sativa take up the net, and or the pretty much the whole fucking spike at the top of the ship.
The net is
It's just a
it's
griffin.
slowly like leaning one way from the weight.
Guys are breaking my ship. The Jewish thorn holes in the wall. You're knocking the mast over.
Oh yeah, maybe on the mast of the boat. I can
Yeah.
kind of
That makes
It's like, oh yeah, it's close on the front. It's the front end.
kind of swayed a little bit up top, thought better of it, and jumped to the front.
Within the war room, did you guys actually want to play the map?
Did
you
what
guys-
now?
Did I ever check out the Corsa robes? Or
Oh, whoa.
Did you guys need a blank map to discuss your
Right
plans?
things?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Awesome.
So pin it to the board. You got? Is this like a big board that we're just
I guess you can do a text
putting
on this.
problems on right now? Because we got a ton of those.
I either could have went to this or the actual world map if you guys needed it. I just figured if you asked for a blank space, this is ideally what your blank space would be look like if you guys are plotting out your next moves and what you guys have going on. So, can you type
Chris
out?
is halfway writing.
Yeah, I'm trying to insert a text box. It's not cooperating.
Can I-
because I got a blank-faced baby, and I'll write your name.
I figured you were
Oh, it
halfway
seems
there.
like it's trying to
typing.
be.
I'll stick with
Well, I gotta
you.
hold it. Hold it. And then type
Alright.
it. Well, I can't delete.
Well-
Once you type it, you can't delete anything anymore.
I'll begin with a few revelations as of late that I never want to go back down there ever again. I'm not sure we left anything. We managed to score some loot from down there. I feel like I remember more people. But I did find some notes in there of other experiments. A batch of experiments that have gotten away. Could be more like me, could be worse, better, I don't know. There was also these potions that remove your memory. There's this other potion I haven't checked for yet. One of the names in these notes was Arthur Zarvis, which sounds too close to my name to be coincidence. And then there's also just lists of escapees and the dates when it happened and all kinds of nonsense. There was also another person. Now that we've killed the Corsa, we found another person, and it's referred to as Mr. Grin. It's somehow connected to these other experiments. I don't know if it's cloning, making copies of genetics, but it seems to be going further downhill than we once expected.
I would add to your concern through the experience I had going through a teleportation portal out to the desert. Nowhere, I don't know what they're doing in there, but the spinning globe, it wasn't fun. And I think that's, seems ominous. Don't know where it was down there, but it's somewhere.
I don't know how fucking Sunklin is spelled. I just.
Oh, there was an L in it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. I've got an intelligence of 10 in real life and in D&D.
The L's after the K. And it's...
Wait, I forgot to remember my title here.
But it's fine. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you're regret giving us this, Alex.
What now?
You're gonna regret giving us this. You're regret giving me this. That's really cool for now.
What else do you guys have that you're talking about?
Add on this Mr. Grin under the Zonklin. I'm going to check my notes from things that I found.
There's the Ginger King that has like all the having the blood of the champions, and he got everybody's.
Yes, King of Cutest Gates. Remember him, because he murdered me.
Oh, that we have to Charlie this with the timeline of everything.
Yep.
Let me go get my red yarn, you guys. It's funny because you think I'm joking, but I do have red yarn, and I was going to...
Oh, connect your path thing?
Yeah, I was going to connect all your guys' paths at one point in time as a joke, and then take a picture of it, but...
What else should we add? They're returning to the Red Basher family to deal with that bullshit.
If you guys want to roll me a history check, I can give you guys.
We're going to the Red Bashers to repair the airship also. To get plane travel ready.
That's why I just put unfinished problems.
That's fair.
I had a 17 on history.
Got 12 days probably now. Until
That's a nat 20 on my history check.
Hey!
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
For a +0. I know that because my intelligence is 0 and I'm not proficient.
I don't know if Phoenix which is unfortunate for a character.
I was like, how much do we want to... How far back do you guys want to recap back?
And we have a few things.
You guys have a few things. Red Basher Clan to get the airship fully in control for the Void's Veil and the stellar alignment of the Resurgence. You have the World's Serpent out on the loose now, which is tying in basically with your Zonklin problems as you guys are learning, but with Regenko gone, she is.
That's another one.
She is now free and roaming the world, so every follower that she gains, the more power she gets, as you guys have learned from the children, and also just throwing off the balance of the world is kind of her act, and she is disrupting everything. You also have, I was going to say that was next on my list, is replanting the Tree of Life that Temin is holding on to at the moment. Sorry, it's called a harmonic conversion, so that's the big thing. That happens...
Should have offered that deity the seed and seen what happened.
The harmonic conversions takes place at the end of next month, so you guys are a little over 30 days away from that.
A quick note. Quick note. I remember that when the Azonclan came into the port, there were 3 ships.
Correct.
Before we leave, we might be able to do some sabotage. Just a thought.
I do not want to go back in that city.
I mean, fair point. Fair point, but
If you're gonna go back in the city, and then we start with the airship, chaos happens.
I love how you guys have this airship and I have left like 3 different
I don't know if you recall, but we've had chaos on the ship just as frequently.
I don't remember anything bad happening on the ship, actually.
There was literally a dragon fight on the ship.
Werewolves on the ship.
That
That's
was a
another
different ship. That's a different ship.
There was a tiny talking cat space thing that talked to Tenon on this ship.
That's
Cat's
not
dead.
that weird. That's another Tuesday for Kavara.
That thing died. It was so cool looking.
Yeah, it was dead. We stole my coffee
Yeah.
and then died.
Brixton of the Isles of Gareth.
Yeah.
One of my favorite NPCs.
Why'd you kill him so quickly then?
Because I had to make a statement.
It was so cool. He like drops his dead body next to Kavara, and I was like, well.
I have to let the DM know he's not fucking around.
Yeah, I also want to prove how much of a nightmare King Acutus Gates is for you guys, to give you a reminder of those who
Right.
haven't dealt with him in a while and those who have never dealt with him.
It was a mental note to self.
So we had the avatar of the serpent
I'm starting this one.
De-
I really worry
dealing
about that.
directly with the Azonclan
That's
as well.
my star.
I like the check on Silver Lady.
I want
Well,
to.
Lady Silver.
I was like stars now. Like I'm really worried about the silver dragon. So your manager.
She did abandon her.
Silver Lady.
It says Lady Silver, not Silver Lady. I just couldn't remember her full name, so.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I really want.
Lady Silver side up.
Lalusha Silverhand.
See, I thought it was Silverhand, but I couldn't remember. For sure.
Where was Penhurst last we saw her? Was that some... I remember we went up into like a cathedral type of scenario, had a fight. Like, god dang it.
You found their ship in the Ufari, so that's probably where they are.
Yep. An airship by Avamir's mother was spotted landing in the plains of Ufari.
Well,
No,
that's where
Dale
random names
personally
not here. No, so
wants
we have the
to,
name Lucia on here. Who's Lucia?
what was
I don't
that?
know.
One person
Lucius the dragon.
like showed me
Lucia's dragon?
flashbacks.
La Lucia.
Or her first name. I guess that was more important than her last name.
I love this teamwork of coming together with a list, you guys.
Yeah, I just
This
appreciate
is the most organized we've ever been as a unit.
And ever will be.
Zarpenhurst needs to die, yeah. Okay. Check on Silver Lady. Zonclan ships, end of summer portal. I love this recap so far.
Who's Zara Penhurst again?
Big bad minion.
Full recap, Zarpenhurst was basically the one that set into motion the rebirth of Jinsara and also teaming up with King Acutus Gates by turning on the Queen Bronte within Draven. She basically was the High Chancellor. She's had her own means. She turned on everybody, attacked you all, joined forces with the king.
Yep. She has all teleport away, so we get the teleport
okay.
field so that she can invade, kidnap the queen.
Correct.
Yeah, she's the one that gave me the flashbacks on.
Yeah.
Alright.
Luma was.
No, yeah, Noluma was the one that read your mind, sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about then.
Yep. Noluma does that a lot. Yep, and Noluma has Festus.
Yes, has Festus.
That's why I put Luma up there.
Uncharmed or killed. Because we know maybe she's not charmed. Maybe she was just betraying us the whole time.
That's why I said or killed.
Yeah.
Guys, this list is running along here.
Normally we have a lot of loose ends we don't deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, it's get like 3/4 of the way done with something, and then move on to the next.
Priority's
something
probably,
else comes up.
Yeah. You need to get the airship fixed so we can go to Afari to stop the world from ending. Is pretty important. But I
Right,
also
that sounds like
really
pretty
want
close
to check
to
out the
top
Silver
of it.
Dragon, Zalusha.
What was that out of the mirror? So I get cut out.
Yeah, cut out.
Oh, Other Mare would definitely agree with going to Yukari. I think that would be her first priority, but secondly is definitely replanting the world tree.
I mean, the portal opens above the world tree, so we need to replant the world tree for the portal though.
Do you have to plant it in the same spot, or can you plant it anywhere?
Temin, I believe, Rugeko told us that Temin would know when it is in the right spot. Whether he'll still know now that he's made a pact with some weird blood god is a different story.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of instruction that I was given to where, just that I would know.
We probably shouldn't have Temin carry the seed while he has the blood god in him, so she can't consume it.
Well,
Yeah. Into the
Which-
pot?
Which pot? My pot?
I think I have to carry it.
Your pot of mine.
Well,
As you
Alice
say
had the
that,
second pot.
I was like, as you guys say that, like,
no, I have a
Kamara
pot.
will be like, do you guys want some gillyweed? Shall we? We're talking about pie. We spoke.
Alice is too small. Alice does not have a pot. I don't know who else has other pot.
We've already dumped all of our shit. Like, I dumped a whole bunch of shit on the tables and started sorting it out. So, I mean, if we gotta put more things on the table, let's do it.
I do feel like Temin has to carry the seed, though, unfortunately. So Temin, just make sure you keep your blood god in check. Blood titan in check. That doesn't need the seed.
You got it.
And I had this staff. It's I know what it does. It's really badass, but unfortunately, my type of magic cannot support its use.
We just got Temin's staff. So you just need another one.
Yeah, Temin, do you still have that staff?
That we traded a bunch of magic items for?
I don't have that staff anymore. It was part of a sacrifice to get my powers back, / this cursed sword / this demon inside of me.
That sounds like a really bad trade. Personally.
So anyway, we have a new staff, I suppose. We were gonna give you this whip here, but I think that I might have more use of that, and you can use this staff.
I don't even know if I can use the staff because I feel like having the sword, that will be the only weapon I can. I'm guessing I.
Here,
Yes.
I've written down a convenient note card with all of the information you need about this weapon.
Look at you.
I am slowly sliding it across the table now.
Also, D&D Beyond is back.
Yes.
Convenient because that's a D&D Beyond link, so.
It was the staff of frost.
Yes, that's
Alright.
correct.
That is an actual inventory, I didn't even add that for sure. It is. Oh, yeah, block it, dude.
Welcome back, D&D Beyond, where nothing ever goes wrong ever.
Notice this life gem we got, this orange one. Anyone know what type it is?
Is it clear?
It's orange. We got an empty one too, but we also got.
There's a clear empty one, but yeah, there was some orange.
Does the orange one resemble the old medium life gem I had, Al? Because I had a fire one before.
It is not enough.
Well, it's not fire, that's for sure. It's not a vestal. Earth is like.
Maybe our resident wizard can just like sense the powers.
Yeah, Almir might be better at figuring out what it is. Just trying to think. Honestly, I can't think of any of the tie-ins from Gastren that it could be linked to.
The orange one. I mean, maybe there was. Isn't there giant. What's the Emperor's Titan's color? I don't think we have any of his life gems. No, he's the keeper. He's green.
Yep.
Never mind. I mixed up. But isn't there like a giant guy that?
Killen's is more of a
He's
earthy
earth.
color.
Wait, what color is it?
Orange.
Vestal is red with fire.
Is there any way that I might know of this?
Thunder's
I know
yellow.
very little of life gems, but
Lightning's
Yeah.
yellow. Force is like blue. Darkness is black. Psychic gets like purple. Orange is blue.
What would be an appropriate check to see if Avamera has seen this gem before?
Seen before would be a history. If you're checking it for its magical components, it would be an arcana.
can I check for the opposite one? I can do history or arcana.
I can also do history or
Okay.
arcana.
Then I'll do Arcana.
Okay. My stats are the same, so I'll do history. If that's cool.
I got
Watch your face.
20 for 29.
Nice.
Nat 20?
For 29.
I got an 11. I
Arcana.
know very little of these.
This is giving off, for history-wise, I'll let Avamera kind of state what she is picking up from it, and then it might ding something within a remembering us for you, the Emperor. This has a deeper than Earth feeling. This is different than the Earth in the sense of metal, steel, or the orange itself it's an amberish orange. That's like the big indicator is amber in a way. This thing represents ore. This represents the Tangent Sara.
Oh, I would not have expected that. Well, then we have seen before. Grok had a metal light gem. Right, it's made it different.
Then Avamera would share this in a way that, ooh, this is representing the order of the earth. Blanca, I think you know what Titan that's representing now.
He did.
Metal fucking snake.
Metal fucking snake.
Metal fucking snake.
Yeah.
Don't want to say your damn name.
What is she? Who must not be named now?
No, I just don't want to give her that respect.
Keep my snake out of your
Well,
motherfucking mouth. Sorry, that's a horrible joke.
I'll say it, I just don't think she fucking deserves the respect.
Not after that.
From what I heard, the more you say the name, the more stronger she gets. So,
Let's say her name 3 times.
Say
What do we
backwards.
do
So
with
say
second?
backwards, Kvar, she gets weaker. So better say backwards a lot.
I think that's right.
Sure, just say like 15 more times. It'll be good.
Like Kamar's walking around like
It's an R.
Just a rough side of the ground.
I think it ends in an R, Kamara, not an A.
You ended in an A, and
It would end in a J. Zara backwards.
Well, I'm saying like her.
the J's
normal
silent.
name.
Okay.
Would I at any point notice Drumris sobbing while clutching the hammer? I'm sure it'd be like my passive would be.
I feel
My
like
path
Martin
was
would have
18
tears.
now that,
I feel like Drumers is probably done crying, but his face is still extremely blushed right now as you've wiped away your tears.
Yeah,
Walking around the ship looking for any loose nails.
yeah. If everyone's planning, Dreamers is probably just like, I don't know. He's got a cloth and he's just polishing. Like, he's not here.
He's not even.
He's in his happy place.
I imagine
He's
Drumris is like
polishing his
I think it was
hammer. Got it.
whispering sweet nothings to the hammer.
I'm gonna have to.
I missed you.
Pissed.
I'll never let you go again. No, that's not true. Because you're meant to be thrown. But I'll always get you back.
Why?
Oh,
I can't believe you gave me up like that. Why would you do that?
I still haven't heard a thank you, Temin, yet.
Temin is so out of pocket. I don't know how to react to that.
You can thank you by throwing me at
You're
him.
responsible for
Because
them
clearly
getting
I have that sword now, so...
You can thank me by throwing me at him.
Oh, that sword that Drumrus had like yesterday and stabbed all of us with it. You have that now.
Yeah,
Just
anyway,
just
right.
so we're clear. Oh,
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Do you like curses?
Keep an eye on things.
Didn't you
I
just
mean,
have one
keep an eye on
removed
things.
that you
Just
just
like
knocked
a
out your
sword
sword?
fire gun?
You know,
Yeah.
I
What I'm
died
sure-
and came back and was given powers,
Not
which you
doing
could
too
look at as
crazy.
a curse.
Let's be honest,
It's
he's
just
a
the
walking
price.
curse. He
I am kind of a walking curse.
he literally worships the god of life and curses.
And self-awareness.
Speaking of self-awareness, how aware are you
I was
guys
going
right
to
now?
say, if anyone's going to be calling the kettle black on self-awareness, I think it should be the one that called themselves the Emperor.
Hey,
I mean, he's got it there.
Right. Exactly what
I
Lance
even have a logo, but that's not important right now.
I think while they're bickering, I think Blanco would be just like slowly creeping away to avoid pointing out all the shit he's done.
Speaking of names, I've been thinking about something. I point over to Atlas and just say, Atlas Crestweaver does not have the name and notoriety that it should. I think you need a name, or nickname even, like I got, that will strike fear into those who come across you. Deadeye. Because you see, you're a really good shot, and you have one dead eye, and I kind of poke him in the eye patch. You can be mad about it, but you know it's brilliant.
It's that so many people probably have the nickname Deadeye, it will blend in with literally everybody.
Oh. I've never heard of anyone ever have that name.
No, I already made up my name,
I once heard of a Deadeye.
so I don't think you can improve on the name I already made up for myself as an Atlas Crestweaver.
Yeah.
Bara has a question, Atlas.
Out of character, that I like the nickname, but I don't think Atlas will go for it.
How about we all hold a vote for it?
Kavara has a question, Atlas. How
Science
did
says
you...
no. I also say no.
The cat thing gets like 4 votes, so.
Also, a no on the Deadeye.
You're all terrible people. I hate all of you.
Kavara just wants to know how Atlas lost his eye.
I'm sure. Yeah. Is there a story there, or you just look at the sun too much?
How did I only lose one eye to look at the Sun Emperor?
You know what? This is a
Maybe you
perfect
look
time.
at
What the
one
fuck is up with that?
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that?
I think this is a good time for.
Were you using your spyglass and did you just have one eye open too long and looking through and...
What do you see? It's an excellent question because I don't know the answer. I'll be honest.
So-
Nope. You got to come up with a reason now, or we'll randomize it.
I'm trying.
I'll randomize the story of what happened to your eye, and it will be canon.
No, because I have a. You guys just be quiet for a second. As far as I've known, I've always had this missing eye, which I really doesn't make any sense. But when I think back to what happened, it's just all gray.
Was it when you were with the Phoenix Brigade or whatever
I think
they
it'd
were
be
called?
before that.
And I see it.
No,
You have like a glass eye. You got like a hole.
Yeah, now.
Alright.
you guys don't need to know that.
Okay.
I want to see the hole.
Well, I mean,
If we're doing what the
Show me the hole.
we just at Atlas an important, question. You can ask somebody else now, Atlas. I mean, we're putting,
no. We're not. We gotta roll. Remember?
What?
We gotta roll and drink.
but we only have dice. I mean, we only have cards. We only have cards.
Okay, we can pick cards then. Whoever gets like the highest face card, asks the question. Whoever gets the lowest value card has to be questioned.
Okay. Kavara's cool with that.
Who has the alcohol?
I'm drinking coffee. It is like 7 a.m., guys. What do you mean, what's the alcohol?
Should we be worried about the...
I put a hand on Drummer's chest and just calm him down. we don't have to explain morning beer to him. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
I am curious of who's being perceptive of outside at all within this war room. Because you guys are all very distracted right now. Is that under my understanding?
Well, Sativa's outside, keeping watch.
Yeah.
Sativa's outside, keeping watch. I think I'm pretty...
Sativa would notice airships flying out of Lovat at this point in time.
Well then.
So the Emperor would basically be notified of this, as you guys are all basically rolling. So everybody roll a d20, because we're doing what the fuck's up with that.
Alright.
I'll roll for Kapar.
I know we talked about off cam. Yeah, it's kind of like he doesn't know why he has this.
No modifier, straight roll. I got a 9.
I got a 4.
I got a 12.
11 for Kavara. So the 4's the lowest. 4's the lowest so far.
Yeah, 6.
12's the highest. What did you roll?
6.
I think 4.
Jermis gets asked the question.
Yeah, Jermis gets to ask the question, and Vel, I think you rolled the lowest with the 4.
Lovely.
Remember, whenever your question, it has to end with, what the fuck is up with that?
Let's hear it.
Everybody rolled pretty low, Mike, so if you don't have a question for Val, I mean, honestly, nobody rolled higher than a 10.
Yeah, I got 6.
So
I'm gonna beat
if
him
I rolled a 12, thank you very much.
If Drumers doesn't have something for Val right away, you can pick somebody else, and we'll just kind of go through the list.
Yeah, because Vale had a 4, Abamir had a 5, Atlas and Blanca had 6s.
Yeah. Everybody kind of...
I think Dreamers would kind of just like look Vale up and be like, so I feel like, I don't know, you're capable of a whole lot, and I seen your eyes do that thing, and
See, told you.
I don't know, I just kind of feel like there's more to you, so what the fuck is up with your eyes? I just gotta know. I mean, it's cool. I like it, but I don't get it.
Me and Cyan's heads just keep on tilting in opposite directions, looking at you in obvious confusion. Why do you guys fucking... Is there something wrong with my eyes? What's wrong with my eyes?
Do you think anyone could see inside his noodle and see if there's...
Oh, stay away from my noodle.
Just looking, not touching, not tinkering, just looking. In
the noodle dance?
I mean, if that would help, I would absolutely do that.
Noodle. Who's your noodle? Noodle.
Do the noodle dance.
TV
Can we get advantage? No, seriously, does anybody have any damn... I know Kavara can get in my head, yours.
Kavara's gonna look at Val. Kavara's gonna look at Val, and look at his eyes, and she's gonna cast Detect Thoughts. So I need a Wisdom save from you, Val.
Okay. Here we go with me and my +2.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah. So she questions verbally directly to the target, and actually she you use this spell.
This is justified in losing. What the fuck is up with it?
Pretty much. So. Val, I'm gonna have you roll me a Wisdom saving throw, since you probably don't know 100%.
I got a 6.
Another Wisdom saving throw. Just different than the Detect Thoughts.
Oh, okay. This one's a 13.
So Vel, personally out loud to you, Dreamers, probably, as you're asking him what the fuck's up with those green eyes, and is kind of just staring off, looking at Scion looking back at you, trying to come up with an answer, and Kavara getting within his thoughts for a second. These green eyes activate. Uncontrollably. Like, that's kind of what Kavara's picking up from him. He doesn't have an on and off switch for this. He doesn't really understand. That's kind of what Kavara's getting is, as she's like picking through your brain and you're trying to think what it is, she gets that. That's all she's really getting. There's no sign or recollection of why or when it started happening for you. Your only first memory of somebody mentioning these green eyes to you would be within your travels through the forest. The first interaction you had with somebody, it was a gnome man who led you to the event. And he was the first person that had mentioned that your eyes change color. And this is the first person you can recall meeting on this plane.
Alright.
This man name was Juju.
Hot and the power of Juju.
What a show.
Add Juju potentially to our marker board of things that we could potentially visit.
So,
Just out of, if we ever run into this person, they might have seen something. Has anybody else noticed why his eyes, like when his eyes do that thing?
It's usually do with you. Whenever he looks at you in most situations, he goes crazy.
I don't want to be the one to say it, but I've picked up on it as well.
Kavara agrees.
My guess is that he's encountered the Zonklin at some point. Maybe they have other kinds of, and clearly by these experiments, maybe he's in the experiment notes and we just need to skim through it more. I don't know. I point to all the various notes and everything that I collected and just kind of update what I saw already. I think we covered that already.
Diane and I just look at each other and we kind of just shrug.
Okay. You have made it out of what the fuck's out of that. What the fuck's up with that there, Val? So we can do another round of rolling.
Hey!
See who's next. Who rolled really low?
Ooh.
Who rolled?
I rolled
I
high.
rolled a 1.
I got a 1 too.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Double rolling. Maybe both of you guys need to answer.
I've already been asked the question.
Yeah, so it goes to Atlas by default.
That's true.
Yeah, you get guys twice.
I rolled an 8. Anybody got higher than an 8?
I have an 11.
We're rolling again to see who asks and answers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, you're definitely not asking or answering
Yeah.
unless you roll another 1.
13.
9 for
Okay.
Kavara.
Alright, so Trav gets to ask Atlas. Or Kevin gets to ask Atlas.
We haven't
I
heard
think.
Melissa's roll yet.
Yeah, well, that's what'd you roll?
Mel, rolly.
11.
Nice.
Okay, so it is Temin.
Temin and Atlas.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I don't mean to be that guy, but Atlas was the first round,
Correct.
wasn't he? Or did we ask him about his eye?
We asked him about his eye, but I mean that was.
It
So
was.
was
I
that
didn't
before
really.
the
I
game
have an
started?
answer, but it wasn't really an answer, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Atlas, wild
So-
guns and explosives. Like, are we compensating for something? What the fuck is up with that?
Temin, the fact that you even need to ask this question just proves a lot about who you are as a person.
Hey, I'm no longer lawful. I'm neutral, so I can go anyway.
Yeah, that was obvious. The Emperor grabs snacks.
Because guns
Yes.
are cool, and I'm good at making them. What else reason do you need?
Like, where did you learn to make guns?
I was taught by when I was taken into my pirate crew. The captain took me in and taught me how to make guns. She was really good at it too.
Did your captain teach you about safety protocol? Because you do have a penchant for blowing your stuff up.
It was one time, and it was to open a door we definitely needed open.
I feel
Here's-
like one
here's
time
a fun
it's
question.
too many.
Here's a fun question. Deadeye, you can make your weapons yourself, right?
Alright, moving on to the next question. I'm not responding to the Emperor.
Stay with me. You have the ability to
He's
make
not
these
looking at
things
the Emperor.
yourself, right?
He's not looking at the Emperor. He's not responding to that.
Alright.
But, okay.
Moving
we established
on.
that, everyone. But Temin, what did you have to do again to get the same kind of pew-pew that Deadeye has? You had to sacrifice some of our expensive equipment. I don't know, kiss the ass of some kind of demon.
I don't know if it's really what the fuck up with that time there at the end.
I don't know that you rolled well enough to be asking them kind of questions.
Also, we don't know
Yeah,
who
I'm just.
how Deadeye is.
this
He's
the
not,
first
he's not
time
part of
I'm
this party.
supporting Deadeye here. I think that him and his weaponry far surpasses selling your soul out to some kind of whatever the fuck just to have a little extra range on the battlefield.
Pulled along before we met, but also you need to stay buckled up in your child seat in the back seat and be quiet.
I agree with Temin,
Okay.
because just because you're being nice doesn't mean I care if you're calling me that.
Eat your snacks, your little cups or whatever the fuck you get in the child seat.
Don't forget to wear your bib
Caramelized popcorn.
with your logo on it.
Next roll.
I had 20 for that one. Nope. Can't go again, but I definitely got 2, so I would go again if I did.
Matt
3.
7.
17.
It's
You're
me.
gonna 17 as well.
Well, Temin already asked, so.
What'd you get, Joel?
3. Vale got a nat 20, so Vale gets
That was
So
really
that.
they failed block it.
Fail the block him.
Man, I don't know. I'm just gonna hold up the orb of time. Do you know what this is, man? What the fuck is up with that?
She's so lost.
It's gonna help you figure out what time of day it is because you can't fucking tell that shit at all. Like I'll ask you what time it is with the sun straight up, and it's like midnight.
What? Girl, how many hours has it been since we sat at this table? How much time has passed?
I look at Scion. She just shakes her head. I'm lost.
All right, you see this orb, right? Look
I
at
do.
it.
I am.
It's got like the light is going to change on it depending on what time of day it is. So use that
Uh-huh.
to get a judgment of how long has passed.
Or you can look outside. And see the ships that
What?
are flying towards us.
Chips.
I lean over to Avamira and just kind of say, "Is this what it's like with you trying to explain people your magic?"
I'm gonna actually go check on Kavara's nonsense and go see if there's actually ships heading towards us.
Right? You would look outside the ships stuff and find
I'm just gonna start spinning the orb of time.
Alright guys,
Finger
talk's
like that.
over. We got incoming. We're done talking.
Maybe not directly towards you, but like as you look out the window next to Kavara, you would see that there are
I'll
ships
see you in a
that are
few,
kind of,
Deadeye.
circling around the vent.
Are these off the ships that we recognize? Like,
They seem to be looking for something. Probably.
probably. Alright, we need to start moving. I think they're looking for us.
Alright.
So where are we going?
Moving on the ship, or are we gonna try and fly away?
Flying away, it looks like.
Unless you can outrun an airship, we have to fly the airship away.
Do we have anything that can prevent us from being easily tracked by, I don't know, 3 Asonquin ships that are nearby?
Speed.
Yeah, speed. This is the fastest of the Titan killers.
It's not quite at 100%, but it's still pretty fast.
Oh,
I do like relying on that, but any backup plans just in case speed isn't the only thing that we got for us?
jump and pray.
Not
I will say a
ship.
prayer to the Ordal, but just in case he's occupied. I don't know. Any protections on the ship? Are there anything we can leave behind to throw them off?
We have cannons.
We have weapons.
They get close enough, we'll just shoot them down.
That sounds fun. I say we do that.
I'll go towards the weapons or the cannon things and just kind of hang out because I'm sure that I'll need them.
We gotta say where we're going. So, are we going to the Red Bachelor like we were going to originally? Get it fixed all the way?
I think so.
We like that. It would help us reach our other
Goals is having a faster ship.
destinations at a faster pace, so we might as well.
So heading into the land of the Titan that probably wants us dead. I don't know if I like that too much, but we don't have a better plan at the moment.
I feel like everything wants us dead at this point. So
That's also fair.
like we were just underground where the kids wanted us dead. So
Alright, Blanca, you're my navigator. I don't know where the hell we're going, but point us in the right direction. We can take off.
I will use, since we're in the sky, I really can't tell as well, but I will use Find the Path.
Oh, we're not flying yet, but...
Oh, wait. Fuel. Weren't we low on that because somebody left the engine running, or did you
We
guys
have a
refill?
full tank still. We're just we lost the tank essentially.
Yeah. Once we're in the sky, I'll cast Find a Path. We'll have 8 hours of travel time that we follow. Should be plenty.
Makes me feel a little better.
Guess what, everyone, hang on. I guess we're taking off, unless they want to say anything about it.
Kicking in
Yep,
gear.
yep.
Turn it on, kicking off.
Alright. Switching the ship into drive, basically. As you pull down your levers, the sail begins to expand out, the engines kick on. You guys can look down over to the engine room as the 5 gears and the 3 begin to start spinning, and you hear the beginning of the engines churning. The ship, as it starts to slide out of the mud that you guys were landing in, clips over the top of a tree. As you pull out,
the trees.
you pull up away. We're gonna kind of go like this, and you can see a couple miles away a ship that is directly circling around. It begins to start arcing away. As you guys are pulling away, you can see one ship at least beginning to try to make its turn and try to turn towards the way that you guys are taking off. I'm gonna have your steering. We're gonna have Blanca give some directions. So, Blanca, what are you doing?
Like I said, I'm casting Find the Path.
Okay.
And
We're
choosing
going
my,
east to start
my
heading east.
family villa up in the mountains that we were originally planning to go to.
Okay. On the map there, Blanca. Drop a square where you think your family villa is.
It would be up in this area.
Alright. You guys are airship traveling. You can outspeed, but this was my deep power upgrade. I needed. You have the airship sheet down here.
Yeah.
I got it on mine.
I also wrote down I think what speed's currently at. I have.
Yep. You got it.
It's currently at 80 out of 100 miles per hour.
Based off of your tank, let me make sure I can get 1 hour, 2 hour. How far do you plan on going until you want to restock?
How much hours ago?
Roll me a d12.
That'd be 12.
Can I give him a Bautic inspiration, or is it too late?
I think it's a skill check, right? Like that. I got a 9.
Okay. Pretty close to what I was thinking. You have about 9 hours worth of flight within your engine before you would run out, based off of what you guys had fuel-wise.
Blanca, how far away is your place?
As you're mapping that out,
About 10 hours.
Well, we're gonna have to find a city to refuel, so I hope we know the land pretty well before we're gonna make it on the one tank we got.
Probably stop just before we get out of Sarja. And Kalyan. Refuel there and leave.
This place.
No detours, no sidetracking.
As long as we're losing
Nothing.
our tails.
Yes.
as you are traversing, I'm going to have somebody roll me a d100.
Is there anybody that hasn't done that? Melissa said no.
I haven't done it in a while. I can do it again.
Yeah, Trev.
Tom has this new palette.
E100.
So you don't want.
44.
How far away is that? About 400 miles into your flight. So about 4 hours into the flight, I would say you notice as you guys are flying a couple 100 feet above the ground, maybe about a mile above the ground, you would see a smoke coming from the edge of a forest area. You don't see any sign of the airship that had directly turned towards you at this point in time, but this would be the first thing as you guys have been flying over. You've been flying over basically the spring leaves like forming on these trees of this forest, and as it bunches out into different small little lakes and stuff like that at the edge of this forest, as you're about 4 hours in, you would begin to see a stack of smoke beginning to form.
Laka, what do your furball guys see? I had to see smoke.
Yeah. Does it look like it is a naturally occurring wildfire, or is it something from, is it wild and natural in nature, or does it look more controlled, more human, man-made? Also, Alex, your camera's frozen for us.
Oh, just yours though, I'm good.
Yep. Yeah, Justin's good.
What the hell? Oh, that's a good picture of me too.
It's just indeed.
Yeah. Yep. I'm guessing you want me to roll a perception check on this?
Correct. You are very
Toss
correct.
my spyglass.
Why did my camera freeze?
I already got advantage on perception checks.
Take it anyways for flavor.
Okay.
That's what you guys get to see now, apparently. So.
I'll also, I'll save it just in case.
Say 29.
Yeah, okay.
29. I will say the ship has to drop a little bit down just to get it. But Blanca, as you're looking down and trying to see as you get into the main deck of the ship, and you look over the edge, and you're kind of just seeing, you can see trees being dropped, and there is a large bonfire of these trees that have begin to be thrown into a giant structure that is making this huge smokestack. This is very well man-made. This is not like an actual burning or causing. There is someone cutting down trees and starting this fire.
It's a controlled fire. We can keep going. We're not worried about it.
So it's not like a beacon or something, so we're trying to get our attention.
It might be, but this is a traveled route. We're low on fuel.
And we're trying to save the world before it ends.
All fair points. Maybe with ways that somebody at the city in you say it was Carnelian? Carna? Colbert. How do you pronounce it? We'll have an idea of what it is.
Yeah. Coleon.
This was moving fast.
If we need a closer look down there, I know that you have great vision and all, but I can also send Sativa down there to view, get a closer look and come back up.
If you want to, that might be worth it.
And I just kind of send Sativa down and just swoops off the mast and swoops down, and just to get a closer look on things, just a quick recon and back up.
We leave her in our dust, like,
Oh, I would slow down.
Pretty quick.
Until that skirt comes up.
And we're hovering much lower.
Okay.
Or any number, just resummon it. Like, it's fine.
As she is dropping down, you guys, you are looking at the outskirts of Colian. Colian is based out of the rolling fields in a small patch of forest that's on the edge of it, where there's also a ravine that kind of cuts in through the ground. That's kind of what's like right here. It's a little off. Oops. Look at this. It's on the outskirts of this. This ravine that rips through the ground itself kind of opens up to different mine shafts, and there are elevator different shafts that are within a mile walk from the town. The town itself is built between the lands and the trees. It's kind of half and half. Up in the trees as some of it sprawls out, very like, I guess, elven like you would say. And then the rest of it is still built onto the ground itself. As you look around, or as you guys get closer and Sativa looks around, there is a small river that seems to be running through this little town. Let me see if there's anything else of importance that you can kind of really see from here. I would say that's kind of it. It's very much of a forest. It's a very small town, but it's built between land and trees, with a ravine next to it. It does, as you guys can tell from the yellow line, it does have a single stop train station too. There is a train track that leads out of this town.
In what general direction does the train station lead?
It heads east from out of town. The way you guys are coming from, the train would be heading east towards the principal of Sarah.
This looks like Collian.
Is that like a port or anything that you can pull into, or is it too small for that?
You don't see any sort of airship port within the outskirts of the trees in the forest, and where the town actually branches out from the trees. So
But this place is really small. Are you sure you're going to have any fuel here?
If the Emperor rides Sativa down, we can cruise up top, and I can give him the magic carpet.
Mhm.
We could see if they maybe have fuel that we can grab.
Yeah, I can take the currency, head in with the carpet just on my mount, break the purchase, fly the shit back up. I mean, someone can come down with me, or everybody can ride the carpet, honestly. But
We need the carpet's weight capacity for the fuel. But I'll come down with you, but we need to disguise ourselves.
okay. And I mean,
I know the fuel we need, so
okay. I can disguise myself, and I think spells on myself also affect Sativa, so I could disguise us both into something else, but I have no idea what, so now I have to think about it.
I guess this was a griffin.
I mean, that was one of my choices, so yeah. Let me get randomizer.
Alright, you guys do that. Like I said, like hover mode will be here.
I think they're both Justin and Alex are now gone.
Yeah, I'm refreshing.
Cool.
During the time we've been flying, can I have checked out this, the cloak and the fang that I got from the courser?
Got like 2 hours of fuel left, so don't take too long down there.
Yeah.
The cloak itself, as you're looking it over from the Corsair, it is very well stitched. I was like, this cloak itself would be considered like light armor in a way. But besides the stitching and the ornate ordeal of it, this is a higher rank cloak within the Zoklan military. You would for sure be able to tell based off of the patchwork and then the embroidery stitching on the cuff by the collar. But yeah, this would just be your basic. It's basically a modified, like studded armor.
Okay.
It's kind of like the stats. If you wanted to know, like stat-wise, it's kind of what that is. But yeah, it is just that is what his cloak is. It's padded enough that it would be within that category. So.
Can it be worn separately than armor then, since it's a cloak, or does it
Yes.
count as the armor?
Yeah, it can be worn separately, but like the effect of the like if you have two light armors on it, it's not going to double stack.
Okay.
Alright, armor bonus is not stacking and everything.
I need more sugar. Do you need a drink? Alex?
I'm good at the moment.
And anything about the fang? I'm guessing it's the serpent fang.
Sorry, I was trying to get.
What was that? I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's just technical difficulties. It's just Alex right now.
It's just
Oh.
me. I went to my other camera because XSplitter is not loading at all, even after refreshing it. So either you guys can get me or you can get nobody because Justin, or we can go Justin's camera. But this is kind of what we're stuck at the moment. I
We
don't
might
know.
just be stuck without Justin for a little bit.
Yeah. So,
Fuck.
sorry, the Fang, you said, I gotta pull my note on that Fang.
Looking something up, or I'm sorry.
Where's my thing? Jammer back.
I can't hear you if you're talking. Your mic's not working.
Your mic's not working.
No, he
You got
was
brains.
just mumbling to himself.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no. It is. It's a Fang. Do you want to roll me a? Let's go nature check.
course, it's nature.
I'm gone.
Yeah, you are gone. Unfortunately, I had to switch to my other camera because the one app is not loading at all. My
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
It's way more worse than
It's a fang of a beast.
Cool.
Way more worse than the
Let me see that thing. I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay.
Since everybody seems to think it's important.
She was carrying it for a reason.
Alright, so yeah, I check Identify on the Fang.
But you just thought it looked cool. They don't hear anything about that?
Yeah, maybe you ever think about that?
Maybe.
It is a. I mean, what's the best way, really?
Oh wait, because I was gonna be flying in, so I might not even be there to identify it.
Well, I said I was doing this as we were flying, so
Oh, okay.
like this is before we even got there.
Okay, cool.
It's a fang of a fiend.
Fiend?
Thing of a fiend.
Of a fiend. You would say demon, like, or demon-esque.
Interesting.
Does that have any kind of cool shit attached with it, other than it's just like metal as fuck?
It's metal as fuck, and it's connected to some sort of fiend of. I don't know how much I want to give you here. So
I identified it.
I know. Well, that you can identify.
It's like, give me everything.
I know that's the thing. I was just like, you can identify where the source is, which is.
Can I attempt a history to know more about this particular fiend? I mean, it's kind of my thing. I mean, I know shit about fiends and whatnot.
Sure.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Mr. Brainwash for random fiends.
I know, right?
Nat 19 plus 6, 25.
It's a fiend from the Seven Hells that can be used as a patron.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Just give Kevin another warlock. What doesn't matter anymore?
There's one other warlock that doesn't have it. That's right.
No. I didn't even want these powers in the first place. I'm not gonna sign contracts with some demon. If I would give them like the whole potential away, I would.
I identify it. I tell you in vivid description exactly what it does and what it means. Hand it to you, shake my head, and just contemplate my existence. Among this group of cursed, damned, cursed again, crazy ass individuals that I am around.
You're part of that cursed crew.
I mean, you're not wrong. I thought my mind control was such a huge thing before, but now we're replacing gods upon our own choosing, and you know, I'm just
we are
so
the cursed, damned, and suicidal.
I don't think I fall under any of those categories.
Sounds
You blew yourself up.
It was not suicidal, it was an accident. There's a difference.
Alex, I think Drumrus would have wanted to look more at that dwarven shield.
Yeah.
Since, I don't know, I don't have Identify or anything. All I have is...
His gut instincts.
Well, I mean, if it's a dwarven shield, maybe I know something about it.
Maybe you know something about it. Roman.
No, wasn't it Mithril though? Wasn't that what the dudes are in control in this cave?
Yeah, it was made from Mithril. Do you want to know the history of it? Are you trying to remember, like, find the dwarven make or the age of it?
I think Drumrus would be more interested in like what, if anything via history he knows it, like what it does. Like he's a little gun shy of like cursed objects now that he got his hammer back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's looking at the shield, he's looking at the hammer, he's like, "Are you cursed? Are you cursed? Fucking speak to me!"
Shield do not respond.
Yeah. Shield goes quiet.
Silent shield.
Let's do a history check on it.
Okay, 17. Gonna die. History.
-4. That can't be right.
No, I'm okay. I have a +5 to history. There's no fucking way.
If you're proficient in it, you have a -1
Yeah.
intelligence. So you
Yeah.
I'm freezing at +6 right now, so.
Yeah, fucking hell. I'm proficient in history. So that's a 22.
Hey, dude, that's all those war stories, man.
Yeah.
Those all the war stories. Alright. You're at the... Hold on. Like I said, I lost that page, which makes me really mad, so I actually have to go through. Did I text it to you guys and everything? Or was
I wrote down everything. You need the name of the shield? But you didn't have any effects with it.
It didn't have any effects, it was just the plus on it.
Oh, I don't have it. I just have the name of the shield.
I got
I
that.
think it was a +3 mithril.
Compression mithril shield is what it's called.
Let me see if I can...
I even in the chat. I think I typed it in the chat and said that Drummers claimed it.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I have the name of like the clan. And so
Small compressed mithril shield +3.
Yep.
Oh, let's see.
Yep, that's what it is. Besides the +3 effect of it, it is considered like a light shield instead of your bulky kind of thing. But the way it, because it's like a small circular shield, but it's completely made out of mithril, so it is really lightweight and just easy to maneuver. I will say history and based off of the make of this mithril, this was made from the stone shield family of dwarves. They are known within Gastren to have been around since the first dynasty. They are a very long lineage of dwarven family. They are not from the Persian Empire, though. They lay within the Godnir mountain range of what is now considered Skuzlu, which is on the very corner of like the map kind of thing, which used to be a part of the Persian Empire and Ula before any of the dynasties like expanded out and stuff like that. Well, after the war and stuff, and Ula lost a lot of its land and stuff like that. But they laid south of Valborum. The Stone Shield family have been around since the first dynasty. They are very fine crafters of dwarven armor. They were one of the first people to probably find mithril based off of your history knowledge of them. But the shield itself is just the +3, and it is just very compact and makes it easy to wear and just utilize. So it's not a big bulky shield. So.
Alright. Yeah, Jervis is fastening it on his arm, holding his hammer, and he's just, I don't know, he's feeling it. He's vibing right now.
Yeah, it was like, and if you don't have enough throwing things, this shield is very easy to throw if you need to.
It's gonna start throwing everything on the wall.
Where do you not want to go? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Are you guys... So you're flying over... Colian.
Cool, yeah.
Yep, me
We're
and
just set into like hover mode and while waiting for them to come back.
Hovering over the treetops, basically. And you're taking the magic carpet down to the town.
I'm staying with the ship, but I know some people are going to do that.
Who was going down to town?
It was
I'll
Blanca
go
and
with
the Emperor.
Blanca, Emperor.
going in disguised, using disguise.
And veil if there is enough room on the carpet.
Yep.
Basically, we were taking the carpet to just pack it full of fuel and use its weight with that. I really didn't want to cram on anybody and just have the two of us on
Sativa.
Sativa.
Yeah, you're my Zazu down.
You're a big some bitch to be on the Griffin, but I mean, otherwise you could just fly in on the carpet next to me, and then I mean, we could use someone who's not as loud as you and I along with us as well.
That is true. Yeah,
In case things get, in case things get, and I sock you in the arm and go, Harry.
Ah, that was a good one.
You're welcome.
The three of you descend down into the town on the back of Stativa, and the magic carpet rolled out.
This is a trust moment because I don't remember the two of you very well, so if I die, my friends will care.
That's a bold assumption.
Yeah, that's a bold assumption. As you guys land within the dirt-graveled path of the town on the outskirts by basically a small tree and a building, the small town begins to start to sprawl out. It is mid-afternoon, probably at this point in time, as you guys have traveled 4 hours up to this point, so I'd say it's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The town itself is alive to the extent of people carrying around their different. You see a lot of people with large, over-the-top baskets with overhanging toppers. And on the back of their baskets, it holds different fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And this topper itself overhangs the top of them for shade or cover or whatever reason. But you see a lot of people with these assorted backpacks as they're walking around, traversing through the town. You see a couple different carts roll by as you hit towards one of the open moor streets. The streets themselves aren't really paved out, as buildings are kind of just built upon each other and around the trunks of the trees. A lot of them are actually built within the tree trunk itself, the base-wise, and then they will have a wrapping around either staircase from a door halfway up that leads across different drawbridges and bridges that lead between the trees themselves once you get into the upper part of the city. As you guys head in towards the actual forest city part, you will start seeing small little fountains that are very close to the trees themselves, and basically around the tree base you will see that it's been agriculturally removed, exposing the roots of the trees and making little pools around the bottom of the trees as you start going in. You're going to start seeing some signs of some different businesses and stuff like that on the main ground and up above, but as you kind of go through, you can just see this is just a very hustle and bustle town. Besides, on the outskirt of the town, there is one small singular train dock that you would have seen, and basically at the dock itself, there is a 3-cart train that is completely full with what looks like coal at the back of the cart, as it is being filled up as people are coming up to the dock on different animals. These animals, if Gavara was here, she would know. But no, these animals are basically a mixture between a monkey and a camel in a way, which is really weird. But they are humped-back monkeys that, as they're hunched over, they have very long necks, and they have monkey with maybe more sloth, but they have really long arms where they basically on the back of it they have these baskets that are holding coal, and they have trainers with them that are basically pulling the coal and putting them into the back of the carts. And the trainers, these things are large too. They're 7-8 feet tall. The trainers themselves, as they are walking away towards the ravine, get on the back, and then they start to descend down into the ravine itself. So that's what you guys see at the moment.
Honestly, the station may be the best place.
Well, the station seems obvious with, that's where all the people are going, and if they have coal, perhaps they have other kinds of fuel. Does our ship use coal? I haven't really checked that. Is it some kind of a liquid?
It's more of a liquid fuel.
Okay. Well, they gotta have something here. So first of all, the transformation of my magic disguise self is very like scrawny looking, like malnourished almost, very pale skin. He looks basically like a pauper, rags, with a small dagger at his waist. Very pale skin, as I mentioned, pointy ears, almost like Art Drow. Red crimson braid that goes all the way back down, otherwise it's shaved on the sides. The animal, or the griffin, is just transformed into a horse, something a bit less noticeable, basically.
Walk and Vale, are you guys looking the same?
I was going to, like, kind of still tall, because, you know, I can only make myself look short. Fairly tall, more scraggly, like a scraggly beard, and not long hair though, just a very scraggly beard. Like it's something I haven't been maintaining in a while. But I'm wearing kind of traditional wizard robes. I look like I'm just a wizard that hasn't maintained in a while.
You're going to get approached to rescue someone's cat or something. We just look like low-level adventurers.
Pretty much.
I'm just using my disguise kit.
Yeah.
And I'm basically just putting like oversized like commoner clothes. Not very oversized, just enough to fit over my armor. And instead of my hair being like slicked back, I'm totally going emo and just like whipping it over to one side, covering one eye.
Okay.
And I'm covering my tattoo markings and just making it look the same color as my skin.
I kind of like this.
The three of you guys are heading towards the station then?
Yes.
Yep. I wanted to keep an eye out, not only, so we're heading towards the station, because that's the obvious choice, but in my history of nobility, I would like to look for if there's any kind of shops or just the local locale that it seems that an upper crust would head towards.
So you're heading towards, I'm trying to think of like the establishments based off of there. You can roll me a perception check, I guess, at this point in time.
Perception? I have advantage on that, but it's only a +3, so let's see what happens. Okay, so that first one's a natural 1, so let's roll the advantage roll. That is a 4.
Really good.
I'm gonna use 1 lucky and hope it's not a 1 or a 4.
2.
Okay, that's a 15. +3 is 18. Hope that was worth it.
You see nothing.
So the establishment that most people are heading towards that would catch your eye, as you're looking at, you would see the satin glove.
What glove?
The satin glove, which you see a lot of people heading towards.
Like a lot of people, as in just everybody and their mama, or like a higher end kind of crowd?
It would be a higher end crowd, you would say.
That's a brothel.
Hey,
It's a brothel.
So soft and comforting sounding. I'm sure that it's just simply like a day spa where you can pay a little extra if you need extra healing.
Come on, you know, this is close to home for me. I know that's a brothel.
Well, we can stop on the way back if there's time, but we're kind of on a time crunch, Blaka. Can you handle it? Can we stay? We're here for fuel, Blaka.
Yes, I'm not the one that I'm worried about getting distracted as I glance at Vale.
Oh, he just thinks that he knows you so well.
No, I'm saying that because he might try and snatch something from the pockets.
Snatch indeed. at the the brothel? Do you think he's trying to steal from people? They're hardly wearing clothes. What do you think? They got things tucked away somewhere?
They're not wearing their things. It's easy to pick.
Hey, here we are at the train station.
Yep.
Fast forward.
Wow. Okay. So the three of you guys head into. It is a singular room station. As you open up the door, enter inside. There is literally the smallest, like, think old school fair, like ticket booth wise. Within inside, it is a singular little tiny booth. Inside is a. It is a Kalishar, Kalishar man. He is in light leathered garb. It's more basically just like an undershirt with like a leather vest on top as he is sitting in the booth. You can see a couple different sitting areas within the actual station itself. And then there is a board basically that just says like it has the next station listing wise. But that's really it. So it is a very small, quaint shop, not shop, but station. There is probably a couple individuals sitting on a bench right now, and the gentleman that's in the ticket booth.
Okay. Well, we don't need a ticket, so I don't want to bother somebody in line at the ticket booth, but we need to be able to find somebody who's a merchant for fuel or something of the sort, or if there's been a batch that's come in. We can just say that we were sent to pick it up and pay for it, and, you know, like someone more wealthy than us sent us here to pick up their fuel.
I'm getting a weird deja vu. I feel like we did this at some point in the past.
I mean, we can try, honestly, if we just go up to the ticket master and say, hey, we need some help trying to find...
Alright, let's just bug him. It doesn't seem like that's his fucking job, but let's try.
He might be able to point us to whose job it is.
Alright, fair enough. Go ahead. You lead. You seem to be the talkative one. You lead.
Yeah, I probably have the lowest charisma of the three of us.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll handle it.
Makes sense.
I kind of
I have a flat 10.
Same.
Alright. Well, and I just kind of dust off some of the magic dirt that's on me and just kind of, it polishes my image for just a little bit. I'll head up to the ticket booth guy and it's the Kalishar man, you said. So, excuse me, sir. My friends and I were sent here to acquire some fuel. You know, those fuel for an airship. You know, very wealthy client sent us here to pay for it. Do you know anybody that could provide that with us?
Ooh-wee! You have an airship there, you say?
We're hired by them, of course. We're just sent here to pick it up.
Oh boy, we don't see those things very often. Oh no.
Great. Do you know, with the train station being here, you must have a lot of imports, yes?
More exports. We ship directly to Goldcrest, you know? Oh boy.
Oh, crap.
That's how we make our money.
Do you know of anywhere that we could acquire such fuel nearby?
What kind of fuel are we talking about there, boy? Yeah.
I would lean in and...
Thank you, yeah, I
what we need.
No one remembers the name, it's Sky Troll.
Yeah,
Petrol with Sky in the front.
yeah.
Oh, you're asking a lot there, my friend.
I'll slide a gold piece across the ticket booth counter. Please, sir, we need some help.
Oh, don't we all? I mean, look at me. I've been wearing these clothes for 25 years. I feel awful. But I feel great today. What was that? Sky Troll? Is that what we're asking for? Oh boy.
Yep, Sky Troll.
I don't know. You might have to go really far in the ravine for that. I haven't seen Sky Troll in quite some time.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yeah. I was on the same boat.
Alright, I was thinking the same thing.
I rolled a nat 3 plus 6, so that's a 9.
Say 24.
He's seen it recently.
He's seen it recently?
He's seen it recently. He gives a little twitch when he says that, just enough to give you a, based off of your characteristics of human interaction with their blog, I will say this slight little twitch, as this is the first break in his character, is the thing that gives you the signal he's not 100% telling the truth right now. So
I'll slide another gold piece and I say, I know you've seen it recently.
do you?
Does he reach for the coin?
No, he has not touched the coins yet at all. So you begin to see basically a little sweat pool start down the side of his face as he's beginning to break and just becoming a little bit nervous with the three of you guys standing in front of him right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and charm him now and just get the information that we need and get the hell out of here.
Yep. Good call.
That's a wisdom saving throw of 18.
That's a 5.
Nice. Please, sir, you must help us. We need to acquire this fuel as quickly as possible with no sidetracks or distractions. Tell me where's the nearest place we can obtain it.
You're not going to like it, but you're going to have to go to the Serpent and Pardon, my friend. It's the inn within town.
The serpent, what now?
The Serpent and the Pardon.
Serpent.
The Serpent and the Pardon.
Is it a tavern?
It's an inn. You're going to want to ask for Lamas Crump.
Lannis. Alright. And who is Lannis?
Lannis is a smuggler within town. Anything of high value, they have their hands on it. Like the fuel you're looking for.
Good to know.
Anything else, you guys?
I think we're good. And while we're walking away, I'm just going to take the coin pieces back since he didn't grab them.
Good call, good call. So I only took one out of the inventory officially, so I'll just add that back.
Yep, yeah.
Before we leave, I'm gonna take a look around to see if anybody noticed our interaction with the ticket master or noticed that he got charmed.
Do an investigation check.
All right.
Or
That is 32.
it should have been an insight, honestly, but 32, that's fine for an investigation. There was only 2 other people within the station at the time when you did this charm effect, and you Jedi'd the shit out of this, basically, with this charm. It was very smooth, and with the 3 of you guys covering, the 2 other individuals within the station themselves do not seem to have caught on to the charm effect.
Well, let's skedaddle before.
All right, time to get out.
Yep.
So, I didn't ask where the inn was specifically, but now that we know the name of
Probably
it,
can walk down the strip and find it.
yeah, it sounds like a pretty big deal, and I'm sure there's some big gaudy symbol on it because it has to do with the serpent, and you know how they are with big flashy signs, like they're something bigger and extravagant, but they're not. Hate those kinds of people.
You're one to talk.
Something trauma.
The 3 of you guys on the ground that are walking now towards the Serpent and the Pardon are going to need... It's going to be dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy. Alright.
Dexterity saving throws?
Dexterity saving throws.
It's not a spell, I don't think.
Is it magic or no?
It is not magic.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one.
That is a nat fucking 20
Nice.
for my +2 dex for a 22.
+4.
Alright, I got an 18.
Nice. I rolled a nat 17, so 21.
Sweet. All you guys are passing. You guys remember those earthquakes that happened at the Tree of Life?
Oh, dear Lord.
Sure do.
Guess what?
Please remind me.
I will please remind you. Those quakes begin to start to shake. It's like magnitude 5.5, we'll say, but basically the earth begins to shake, and as it starts to rattle around, you can see people with their carts and stuff like that. One person or two fall over to the ground. You can see a tree begin to start to tilt over as this quake is now hitting. You can begin to start hearing some scream, and people are saying, it's collapsing, go, 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 like running. And then as this happens, some of the pools around the trees begin to start shaking and spilling water out on a couple of the trees, like just start to fall over, holding up the houses themselves. But yeah, basically this earthquake kicks in, and people are now screaming around, and that is where we're going to end tonight.
It's coming.
An earthquake.
An earthquake.
Great. Why not?
Nice.
Yeah.
She's coming.